Right. I think I was going to talk about the failure of free speech and marketplace of ideas. The reason why I disagree with Kilo's framing of the free speech thing, where oh yeah, everyone gets to intermix ideas, everyone gets to share ideas, and the best idea wins out because that's just how the spirit of discourse goes. Yeah, so that's idealized. I think that's very idealized, but I think the truth of the matter is that the most disingenuous people will use the system of free speech and good faith discussion to bad faith purposes. They'll use a good faith system in bad faith. And that is exactly why you have to have rules for a community, for a Discord server, for whatever, because otherwise people will get away with it. And typically speaking, the bad faith people will be the loudest. The bad faith people will be the loudest, and they will take advantage of the system in order to spread harmful ideas that is bad for free speech in general. The quietest people are unable to make their voices heard, and the loudest people will be the only ones that are heard. And the loudest people has no incentive to quiet down their voice, even though that would objectively be better for everybody, because they get nothing but positive feedback and attention that they crave from being loud. Does that make sense? Basically, a space with absolute free speech is a space with no free speech. And ironically enough, this is actually a very leftist idea. It's a very leftist idea to acknowledge these flaws with free speech. If anything, it is a very conservative, liberal type of thing to try to advocate for as much free speech and intermixing of ideas as there is possible. The reason why this is funny is because Kilo is a leftist and he's like a low-key fan of Hasan. So the idea that I would then come out with criticisms against free speech right now is pretty funny. It's pretty ironic. Yeah, it's funny.
Another legion of villains. I really thought that by this point they would have given up. I guess they still hate me and whoever they assume is in my orbit, like Denims, you know? Even though these are content creators in their own right. React was such an insane era. Fucking Matt Pep made a video about you, which was the first.
But does my idea make sense? Am I making sense here? I think this is another very important point that I want to promote. Okay, this is why I promote the idea of requiring people to pass exams in order to vote. I believe that the entire point of examinations and tests in order to register for things is because you don't want frauds to have a say. But that ventures closely, scarily enough, to essentially fascists saying the only people who should be allowed to vote are people with the IQ above like 120 or 130. And because the Black community have deficiencies when it comes to funding for schools in their hoods and communities, in ghetto-ass places, essentially you would be barring a significant amount of the Black population from voting and a lot more white rich kids to vote, which is why I cannot endorse that idea. Make sense?
The last time I've ever seen him make an official video about drama, he always only addressed drama on his weekly live streams. It's because I'm male Pokimane, dude. Pokimane sneezes and there's like 700 think pieces on why she ain't shit and deserves less, right?
You're male Pokimane, so your haters hate men? Is that the takeaway?
And because it's been going on for years and years, because it's been going on for fucking a decade plus at this point, now it's over. Like, no matter what happens, there will always be a decent number of people who just go, she's the fucking worst, because they've heard that so many times over the last decade. And I'm in a similar predicament. There's always going to be motherfuckers out there who are just like, no matter what this guy does, I could save orphaned puppies from a burning building, and they'd be like, he did that performatively.
Actually, you wouldn't even be entering the building. You would just get Denims to do it for you. Motherfucker, you wouldn't even be entering the building. You'd be just sending fucking Mike from PA in first, or Ludwig in. You'll be like, Ludwig, if you don't go into the burning building to rescue the puppies, I'm not inviting you to the barbecue tomorrow at my mansion. You know, hot babes are going to be there. So, you know, don't bring cutie. Don't bring cutie Cinderella, but hot babes are going to be there, okay? So you better go into that building, rescue that puppy, or you're not getting an invite.
Yeah. Call me Piker Main or Pokey Male.
Oh my god, dude, this guy is so unfunny and so cringe. Dude, I can't. Oh my god. And then you have to like this fucking motherfucker in Hasan's chat doing the Kek W emote. Really? Really? A Kek W emote for this? Really? For this? Kek W for this? You sure? You sure that's a good move?
Of watching it the second it was published. It's
Yeah, Piker Man.
speech, bro. I don't need anyone
Piker Man.
permission to say anything. You can't just say whatever you want. You can't just say I'm in favor of genocide. You gotta watch what you say. I'm not standing by this shit anymore. And I'm gonna
So
call out people like Brendan too,
stupid.
because this is just bad for everyone. And it's especially egregious considering the hypocrisy of the whole free speech thing that these guys apparently love so well. Free speech. You get free speech. Shut up, dumbass. You're shutting down criticism.
Like, I don't know how Hasan's audience does humor, but damn, dude. I feel so you must be like an actual fucking retard in order to find Hasan funny.
And you're pretending like it's a copyright issue. It's not. It's fair use. It's protected speech.
This isn't a free speech issue. This is people are fucking getting way too comfortable slandering and saying whatever they want about people online under the guise of free speech.
There's lots of videos shitting on me on the
Who's going to replace Graham Plattner? Another Nazi. Bring up Hasan.
internet. You know, I wish I could just delete them.
Look, see, this is what I mean. Cry me a river, Zap Boy. You will always be the heel of the internet. Does it seem like I'm crying?
Oh, I thought that was a Crimea River reference. That feels like a Crimea River reference. Good one. Okay, good memes.
I don't give a fuck.
Wow, you're so
Look,
brave.
More often than
and
not, you're gonna
cool.
find yourself on the wrong side of issues. That's my
You're
point.
so amazing.
Right?
You're so God. You're just so cool, Hasan. How can I aspire to be you? I want to be you, Hasan. I want to be you for real. Okay. I want to wear your skin. I want to wear your scalp, wear your skin, wear your hair as a wig. Okay. I just want to be you, Hasan. You're so cool.
If your entire fucking worldview revolves around being like, I fucking hate Hasan, you're gonna end up being on the fucking wrong side of issues. Do you want to be? Announcer should not be compelling, just factual. This piece of shit, small head. Does he have a platform? How's the subpoena? Yo, small head, you gauge.
How is he? Dude, Hasan, bro, these motherfuckers, dude, these motherfuckers make fun of Ethan Klein for getting one guide so much and for going after like smaller people and for doing X and Y. Meanwhile, Hasan is getting one guide by this person saying, yo, smallhead, you gauge. Really? This is in the same VOD, bro. This is in the same fucking VOD. He is getting triggered in the same VOD that they're all trying to simultaneously gaslight Ethan Klein about his haters. No way, no shot, bro. Actually insane. What does that even mean? It's the Pepe gay emote, whatever the fuck, I think.
2013 account, bro. You posting like this? Come on. You're older.
Yeah, it's the rainbow Pepe. Small head is to refer to Hasan's shoulder head ratio. Basically, comparatively to his shoulders, because he's a muscular guy, his head looks tiny in comparison. Basically, like that's an insult to his intelligence, in which Hasan is like very insecure about, right? And it's funny to roast him over that because he is so triggered every single time people bring up his intelligence. So yeah.
It's ironic because I was just talking about how positioning your worldview around like hating me is always going to put you on the wrong side of issues. You know what I mean? And you just showed it. Frank Miller's goated. He served the movie industry script to a platter. I'll design and give me a prompt. Northern Iberia or Celtic blood is a good
But what's the gauge part? You never called anybody gay before?
choice. These are words that want to debate you. You won't even debate you. They'll barrage you with emotional, intense vitriol. Like everyone who debates usually does. Debates devolve to dick measuring contests. Thank you for sparing your favorite content creator of the humiliation of having to actually defend their ideas against someone who knows more than they do.
Yeah, which is why you crush Ethan Klein in your debate with him, right? Bro, dude, Hasan, I bet Hasan is just sitting there mauling because he's doing like a midstream rumination. Hasan streams for so long to the point where he does like midstream ruminations. He does midstream mental spirals, dude. Dude, look at this guy. He's probably so fucking triggered. That's why he's like fucking sitting there like a fucking dumb fuck. Oh my god, dude. Dude, this is so awkward.
Anyway, let's
Off the
continue.
internet, you know, when that
He was like triggered. He was so angry that entire time, bro. 100%. Oh my god,
be nice,
bro.
would that be just convenient? But you know what? You can't do it. That's free speech. You know, and free speech is tested when it's targeted at
Like he was actually stun locked. That was a fucking 10-second stun move.
you.
You can't just say whatever the fuck you want. Besides start holding
Yikes.
people accountable for the shit they're saying.
I fight every day to protect free speech. I put my money on the line. I go to court, and I'll do it as many times as I need to.
You guys have been doing this for years. It's the jig is up. You're gonna have to tell it to a judge, literally.
By the way, this guy likes threatening to sue people all over fair use and my right to free speech.
And if I wanted to sue you, I probably could fucking ruin your whole life. It'll be great to sue them. I'd love to sue her. I'd love to sue him. I'm gonna sue you. It's not a threat. I'm going to sue you.
We get to pursue legal fees for this garbage anti-free speech lawsuit.
And to all the detractors who are saying that I'm a hypocrite for suing for copyright infringement, I just have this to say. I don't care.
It's easy to defend free speech when it's got nothing to do with you, right? When it makes you look good. But when free speech makes you look bad, then let's see how much you defend it.
But the moment online criticism became too difficult for him to handle, all of those principles went out the window. And not only has he completely abandoned those principles, he's become the thing that he spent so much of his career complaining about. As an example, look at the initial complaints for the lawsuits. These were over 80 pages long and contained things like a comparison between Hasan.
I wonder if Kilo, listen, speaking of hypocrisy, I wonder if Kilo is ever going to bring up the fact that essentially Ethan Klein has snarked on Destiny, right? When he made that hit piece segment on Destiny. I wonder if he's ever going to bring that up because he goes after the snarkers, but he's willing to be a snarker himself to Steven. I don't know. I think that would be a pretty good point. If Kilo is also principled, listen, if Kilo also proposes that he is principled, well, you know, I would love to see him bring that up, right? Surely Kilo doesn't have his own biases, right? Right.
and Haj Amin al-Husseini, a notable Nazi collaborator during World War II. And yeah, this is clearly partially intended to waste opposing counsel's time and rack up the defendant's legal fees. But Ethan's been on the receiving end of litigation like this before.
He's doing a spite lawsuit trying to ruin our lives. And God forbid I actually fight back against a fucking total fraudulent copyright lawsuit. Well, fuck you, bro.
Or how he spent the last 2 years complaining about online harassment. But in the versions of these complaints that Ethan linked under his announcement video, he censored his lawyer's contact information, obviously to try to prevent harassment. But he did nothing to protect the identities of the 3 defendants, which were previously not widely known. I mean, sure, court filings are public, but then why censor anything at all? Ethan knew what he was trying to protect his lawyer from, but he declined to try to offer that same protection to the defendants and published it to millions of people. I don't know if most people would think of this as doxing, but I don't know what else to call it. And if that is what this was, we shouldn't be surprised. Ethan has clearly shown time and time again that he has no standards of any kind. I mean, like back during the Matt Haas law.
I mean, tit for tat, right? Fuck around and find out. I don't care.
Dude, I can't speak for everybody, but I supported.
Listen, okay? The difference between me and the rest of these losers, okay, like Kilo, is that I think I'm actually extremely principled, okay? I know that I joke around and I would never defend my principles in front of a snarker in a debate because they'll always try to poke holes. They'll always try to be bad faith about it, right? Because I don't need to justify my own principles to a snarker, okay? I think that's the last thing I want to give to my snarkers, or to Steven's snarkers, is the fact that, oh yeah, I have principles that then you can poke holes in, right? Remember, my principles are for myself. My principles are for myself and myself only, okay? I'm only going to bring up the principles to you guys because I want to show you guys how principled I am. And so then I can brag about it too, okay? Because I think it's brag-worthy these days to be consistent in this space. I think I've been so fucking principled. So principled that I don't know if you can ever find a person who is more principled than me, actually. I think I'm actually the most principled motherfucker. Okay, there you go. Okay, that's my bragging. Okay, that's it. I'm done.
Yes, partially because of fair use, but also because it was obvious that Matt Haas simply didn't like.
I only make that bragging very insufferable to listen to, only because I never brag about shit like that all that much, okay? Well, I say all that much, but I actually brag about it sometimes, okay?
That someone was making fun of him. It was clearly a case of someone abusing copyright law to go after their enemies. But now that's Ethan, and he's like this with everything. He condemns things when they work against him, but he's perfectly fine with them when they work for him. Like, he considers it harassment when people contact his sponsors over his own controversial statements, but it's totally fine to contact sponsors when he decides it's okay.
It must be nice to be racist, openly racist, bigoted, and Twitch does nothing. Capcom, Samsung, and Chevron should absolutely know about what kind of content Twitch is putting in front of their logo.
Oh yeah. Mr. Apocalypse. Yeah, all because he was butthurt that people were like, dude, you're too pro-Israel.
Or how he thinks snark is the worst possible thing on the internet.
Who, Dan?
But he didn't have a problem with it when it was someone else. His own community is basically Hasan's snark at this point, and they're just mimicking his own behavior.
And he's the type of guy that keeps his girlfriend secret. I'll just spill the beans. I don't care at all about him. I asked, I said, why do you keep your relationship with Valkyrie secret? And it was his decision.
He likes everybody dreaming of being with him.
That's obviously why.
He hates people bringing up personal sensitive stuff, like talking about his dead dog. But
Hello, based. I wonder how many people send Hasan nudes, right? I wonder how many underage people send Hasan nudes on Snapchat, right? Thinking that he is single and ready to rizz up a minor when he actually is in a relationship with Valkyrie, right? Fucking based, by the way. Fucking based leak. Absolutely 100% based leak, okay? It's just so then Hasan can receive more nudes. 100%.
Will readily reveal intimate private details about people whenever he wants. Seriously, how do you think Ethan would react in 2026 if someone made an entire website dedicated to comparing him to, I don't know, how about convicted mass and child John Wayne Gacy?
I don't know how you can be a parasocial weirdo after knowing me in person. You know what I mean? Like, how is that even possible? Just like drawing fucking hatred towards random people.
I'm gonna put this into Queeman voice, okay? We do a little snarking around here, guys, okay? we do a little snarking, okay? we do. How do you do a British accent? My name is Bond, James Bond. We do a little stalking around here, okay? I don't fucking know, okay? Close enough. All right, you just have to make a sound that sounds like choking on ghost stick, and then you get Queen's voice, okay?
And you know, people that I know, it's crazy. Like, this is probably one of the biggest no-nos in content creation in general, is just like leaning into suspicions and like trying to fucking engage in this kind of parasocial behavior. There's a reason why people don't do that.
Ooh,
and it's crazy that he's
parasocial.
just like full-fledged, full dick went into it.
Full dick
I guess,
went
yeah,
into
it's the same
it.
as stalking exes. You're not wrong.
Which I did do, by the way.
What did I just hear Hasan saying it's just like stalking exes when it comes to Ethan Klein and Hasan? Can somebody please point out why this is so stupid? Can somebody please point out the discrepancy here? Waiting. Why is this hypocritical? Why is no? Actually. And Mike got blown out sexually. Actually, I'm not going to tell you guys, okay? The reason why I'm not going to tell you guys is because I think it's obvious he's throwing stones from a glass house, but I'm just not going to describe what the glass house is, okay?
So I guess we'll see. Anyway, the point is, this whole thing between Ethan and Hasan, it was never about Israel or Palestine. It was never really about harassment. This was always about a 40-year-old former online hero who torments himself over what people online are saying about him and who completely loses his mind over not having control over it. He's been losing subscribers and obsessively coming up with massive conspiracy theories to explain why, instead of facing the obvious.
Hold on. Pretty sure the reason why Ethan Klein lost so many subscribers was because he did the backstab on Destiny. That was the biggest drop. Pretty sure that was the biggest drop. The biggest drop is when he backstabbed Destiny. I wonder if Kilo is going to show us when the drops happen. I want to see when the drops happen. I don't want to see. Listen, okay? I don't want to see that he dropped this many subscribers, okay? Show me when. Just like how you would do with a climate change chart.
Which is that he pretends to be honest
Does Social Blade confirm that? I don't know. But I think it would be a really responsible thing for Kilo to do, okay?
and stand up for things. But he's a giant crybully whose only principle is self-preservation, and he'll sell you any lie that he can to try to uphold it, which makes Ethan
A fucking Weasley little liar, dude. A fucking Weasley little liar, dude.
For his efforts, Ethan Klein's the winner of our first Weasley Little Liar Award, the Sort of a Piece of Shit Award. Mazel tov. So you'd probably think that vexatious lawsuits, lying, doxing, and harassing smaller figures into silence would be met with widespread condemnation online. But actually, Ethan is surrounded by a gang of similarly dishonest creators who've been clapping like seals at somebody who has the time and the money to go after Hasan and his orbit. These people have a variety of motivations. Some of them are clout hungry, some of them feel personally slighted by Hasan, and
Is that a website that Snarkers made for Ethan Klein?
some of them as creators. So you'd probably think that vexatious lawsuits, lying, doxing, and harassing smaller figures into silence would be met with widespread condemnation online. But actually,
Does Ethan Klein look like John Wayne Gacy? Yeah, I think there's a Was this made by Anti-Destiny Snarker or was this made by Hasan Snarker? Honestly, I can't tell anymore. Is Kilo going gay for Hasan? He's married, so it would be cheating. Yeah.
Ethan is surrounded by a gang of similarly dishonest creators who've been clapping like seals at somebody who has the time and the money to go after Hasan and his orbit. These people have a variety of motivations. Some of them are clout hungry, some of them feel personally slighted by Hasan, and some of them are perhaps just mentally disabled. But all of them deserve to be recognized for helping usher in this new online meta where there are no standards of behavior whatsoever, as long as the person on the other side is named Hasan Piker.
Wait, did Hasan just laugh?
Time for the awards ceremony. Let's take a look at Cameron F305.
This is one of the craziest videos because this motherfucker made a 4-hour video after being a hater of mine. And I guess it got to such a degree in the commentary sphere that he was just like, I'm done with this. I can't.
Bro, dude, Kilo was never a hater of when was Kilo ever a hater of Hasan? Is Kilo still in here? Maybe he can confirm this. Kilo, were you ever a hater of Hasan? By the way, shit video, okay? But that's beside the point.
Deal with this shit anymore. I have to fucking unload into all these other dickheads. Because, like, once again, dude was in Destiny's community. No,
he wasn't. I don't think I've seen any evidence that Kilo was in Destiny's community. The hell? Kilo, where are you? I know you're watching, okay? I know for a fact you're watching, okay? Especially after Destiny rated me, okay? You're not going to tell me that, oh yeah, Destiny rated me on both YouTube and Kick, and you're not going to watch how DGG reacts to your video? 100% you're going to be here for that, okay? Don't even pretend. Don't even pretend you're not insecure about that, okay? Come on, man. I know you're there.
conversations with him whatsoever, don't know him at all, didn't know that he existed. And then this man made a 4-hour video and he got radicalized. He got fucking radicalized off of just like how unbearably stupid and odious my haters are.
Oh, if you say so.
Hey there, folks. I'm your local content cop. I make sure everyone's content is up to par.
Cameron F305 is the owner of an up-and-coming commentary YouTube channel. He's 21 years old, he has around 80,000 subscribers, and he's the smallest online figure in this video. But he's also one of my favorites. Cameron is somewhat well known for various interpersonal online dramas, most of which stem from his time working for.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Isn't this one of the? This is one of the ones that's like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, we'll see. We'll see.
He'll cover it.
The fuck was that?
Maybe I don't want to mistake it.
As a music producer. After departing that project, Cameron would go on to produce his own music, inspiring the hearts and minds of probably at least one person somewhere.
I need you to run right back to me. Run right back to me.
That song is incredible. But Cameron would gain much more notoriety in May of last year after releasing a pair of hit pieces on iDubbbz. Now, to me, iDubbbz hate content has been done to death. He's just an easy and safe target, and everything to be said about him has already been said. So this type of video is just kind of soulless and lazy. But Cameron will happily take that low-hanging fruit. He capitalized on the recent content cut videos on Ethan by parodying the series and turning it around on iDubbbz. Except it's not really a parody because he's not satirizing it or making it funny. He's just copying it and doing it worse.
Idoops, you're a piece of chat. Please log off Ethernet.
Oh, come on, Cameroon. You're just mad that Egypt's doesn't say the naughty slurs anymore. He's very mad.
I can't tell you what I think should be done to you.
What?
If you sincerely watch that shit in 2026 or 2025 or whenever the fuck he made this. I'm thinking it, but I can't say it out loud. But I do think that, I think it should be illegal. It should be illegal to be a guy who enjoys that.
The music?
Like if you.
But isn't it good that he switched from, by the way, okay, just so you know, everyone who is a successful content creator, okay, everyone who is a successful content creator has been through content creation arcs in their life in which they are embarrassing, awkward, and cringe. Just so you know, okay? This is why listen, I don't even know why the fuck I'm defending Cameron. Bro, Cameron and I had a bridge before he backstabbed me. Like he directly backstabbed me back then, okay? So I don't even want to. I don't even know why the fuck I'm even defending him. Okay. I guess maybe enough time has passed, and that's it. I don't fucking know, man. I think we have talked in the background. We did talk one time. We did talk one time since the backstabbing. Okay. Since the backstabbing, we have talked one time in private. Yeah. But I don't, dude. So stupid.
In the big 226?
Bro's a legend. Yeah, but you have to keep in mind, I actually went over, by the way, okay, it's pretty crazy, but I'm just gonna say this. Cameron, I believe Cameron is innocent. I reviewed the allegations. I believe he's innocent. And this was after he backstabbed me. Like, this is when I hate him. I hated him and I still defended him because I think that the allegations were bullshit. And I turned out to be correct. Because Mrao would then go on to debate me 3 times in a row. All right. Oh, I debated Mrao 3 times in a row about the Cameron allegations. And every single time Mrao basically spurred out and he rage quit the call. And then later on, it would turn out that I was correct about Cameron. And he was innocent. Yep. So yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. Okay. When I say I'm the most principled person, maybe I actually am. Why? Who else would fucking defend the person who backstabbed them? Right. And say that the allegations are bullshit. Oh no, man. I'm pretty cool, I think.
Bro, LARP tubers are in right now. Cringy. Yeah, bro, 226. That's my thing. I know everybody always says it, but I like saying the big 226, okay? Instead of saying 2026, I think it's better to say 226. It's cooler. It sounds cooler. Just let it happen.
God, what an insecure freak, dude. Ugh.
Sure now. I thank you, nature.
Guys, 226 is so much cooler than 2026, guys. Guys, please make this catch on. Please make it popular. Please, 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 please. I need to make it into a trend. Please, 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 please. Are you okay, dude?
Rolo.
Yeah, both of these videos are pretty fucking terrible. They're like exactly what you would expect from someone making an easy, lazy hit piece on a guy who's already widely hated.
You can make mistakes and grow from them. That's fine. But don't make that your entire fucking personality. And even if you don't resonate with it anymore, don't shit on people who enjoyed your old content. You come off as disingenuous and extremely fucking annoying.
Oh, right. Hey, guys.
Next week when we discuss.
Guys, do you guys remember? Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember when I talked about, you know, before becoming popular and popping off on like one specific subject, that you're going to be trying out different modes of content creation and you're going to be tumbling and falling along the way? Remember when I said that? So honestly don't know why the fuck Kilo made fun of. I don't know why the fuck Kilo made fun of Cameron, okay? For, you know, him and his songs and shit.
Back again next week when we discuss the legendary question of all time. Old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question mark?
Yeah, it's just fucking whining about the same shit everyone else has already said about iDubbbz. But somehow there's still a lot of people out there who will endlessly consume brainless content like this. So these videos actually did pretty well. Cameron earned over 1 million views on the first one and several 100,000 more on the follow-up. The success of these 2 videos helped Cameron work his way onto H3's radar, and he received a shout out from the big.
I'll just be real, Kilo. It just sounds like you're jealous. Okay, listen, all right? I'm just telling you my honest thoughts, Kilo. Listen, I know you're watching. Kilo, I get it, okay? You're jealous. You're jealous of Cameron. I get it. You're an editor. He's also an editor. You guys both make video essays, all right? Except the only difference is that Cameron was the one that popped off, okay? So I get it. I understand, all right? I know where this is coming from.
Man himself.
This dude put in so much more effort than Ian. Holy fuck. Anyway, check it out. It's really good. Good watch there.
It isn't. From here, Cameron would start to very shamefully act like an Ethan Klein cheerleader and desperately try to get his attention and approval.
Fucking Ethan is going demon mode right now, and I love it. I love petty Ethan, dude. I love petty Ethan. This is great. Ethan, Dia, if you're watching this, can you shoot me an Instagram DM? I guess I can ask him after, but...
Will Smith is one of the most famous ducks.
Yeah! Yeah! Get after him!
Let's go! Let's go!
Aren't Hasan fans usually like this too? Bro, we have Hasan fans literally in the crowd taking a picture of... I'm eating because Hasan is also eating, okay? Taking a picture of Hasan up on the stage speaking because... And then they tag it. They tag the picture with the caption, "I'm not wearing any panties. I'm not wearing any panties. I want Hasan to know that. Just in case Hasan fucks me tonight, I'm not wearing any panties when I'm in the audience." Brother? That's so rancid, okay? That's so freakish in every way, all right? So, Glass House, okay?
Oh, let's go!
I don't know what that was.
But he also got noticed by Noah Samson, a large pro-Palestinian creator, who made this comment while talking to iDubbbz about the hit pieces.
I don't know if you saw the guy who made the content cop about you right after the H3 content cop was outed as a was outed as a child.
Cameron very strongly objected to Noah's comments, claiming that it's a baseless accusation, and he started desperately trying to further latch on to Ethan Klein by threatening to join in on Ethan's existing defamation lawsuit against Noah. But the problem for Cameron here is that it isn't really outright defamatory for Noah to have referred to him as a child. We're not going to dive too deeply into the story today, but the general gist of it is that Cameron is accused of meeting up with a 16-year-old girl when he was 19 and having a series of strange and inappropriate interactions with her. On one occasion, she claims Cameron demanded that she kiss him before he would let her out of his car, and on another, he allegedly picked her up to try to force him.
Yeah, so unsubstantiated, boosted by snarkers, allegations destroyed, and he's still successful. Next.
Perform oral.
He got handsy, told him to stop multiple times, told him...
Oh, Jelly Squish, dude. I think from what I remember of Jelly Squish and shit, Jelly Squish was just trying to get the attention of the snarkers and trying to get on their side. Like she was just trying to be a pick me. Okay, 100%. Bro, I told you guys I was the only person who defended Cameron on the allegations. I was one of the only. No, yeah, I think I'm the only person who defended Cameron on the allegations. And this is after he backstabbed me, and I turned out to be correct, and everybody else turned out to be wrong. Okay, Cameron's innocent.
I wasn't interested in oral, gave him a bunch of reasons why I didn't want to. He didn't listen. He tried to like forcibly put me on him, so I kicked him, and he was like, "Well."
I don't know why. I don't know why every single time this happens. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of like the slant that these guys are on. I don't know how this happened. Like this is not even a hater that I knew I had. You know what I mean? This is one of those situations where it's like there are people out there who have like one-sided beefs and shit, and I don't even know that they exist, but then it just comes out that they're literally just straight up every single time this happens. I don't know why. It comes out that they've like done like a or they've done like pedophilia. I don't know how.
By the way, Hasan in the same stream earlier this stream, he said that one of his biggest flaws is being too charitable. Hasan literally said, "Oh, one of my big flaws is that I am too charitable." Great. Yes.
Oh, there's no need for that. That was a whole thing.
Now, it would obviously be impossible to definitively prove one way or another if Cameron is guilty of what he's accused of, but I will say the story of his accuser has remained consistent. And
I don't even know if the allegations are true, but I'm gonna signal boost it in my video anyway, and I want to make sure that if anybody like Hasan watches my video, that these allegations still spread like wildfire. Even though, and I want to reignite these allegations, even though they are untrue. Is that what I just heard? Is that the most accurate retelling of what I just heard? I think that was.
Supported by evidence she's provided, such as location data. But I think the strongest evidence there is against Cameron is that when responding to allegations against him, he has repeatedly chosen to lie, numerous times. If you want to get a more detailed look at the allegations against Cameron, as well as his overall pattern of dishonesty in responding to them, check out this video by Morale that's linked in the description. This video doesn't cover absolutely everything, but it does give a pretty solid overview of Cameron's pattern of lying. Some examples of the behaviors that Morale outlines include faking
the only way, by the way, okay, the only way any response could basically show somebody to be guilty is if you already have an overwhelming amount of evidence. And when that person is confronted with an overwhelming amount of evidence, they start panicking and they start lying and they start changing their story. If you don't have enough evidence, from the very start, and the person begins lying, right? Who cares? Oh, you would only be inconsistent if you have something to hide. People are also inconsistent when they're backed in a corner and they want to say anything to get out of a situation. This is why a lot of police investigations where the police is like basically trying to harass the suspect into confessing, that is exactly why these are botched investigations. The reason why these are botched investigations and doesn't hold up in a court of law is because the police is always trying to coerce an answer out of a suspect by doing some shit like that, okay? Except the difference here is that this is out in the open, and this is not some episode of JCS, okay? Yeah.
Scored logs, changing his stories over time, and on one occasion, he seems to have even manipulated a police report to damage the credit.
Remember. Is it guilty until proven innocent, or is it innocent until proven guilty? Which one is it? Do you guys remember my debate with Aiden? Which one is it? Which one should it be, right? By the way, Kilo, shit video. And I'm not just like, I'm not just pointing fingers and going like, oh, you're a shit video because you're a snarker, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm saying it's a shit video because I was told that the Cameron part of the video is the best part. That's what I was told. I was told the Cameron part was the best part of your video. And now that I'm looking at it, I have to say, you're doing a piss poor job.
Really? Of another one of his accusers.
While I'll keep the individual's name censored, you can see he's labeled as a black male born in 1987. I'm not sure if this is Cameron's room.
Oh, just to repeat myself again, because I'm apparently the most principled person, I owe nothing to Cameron, okay? Just want to say that for the 50th time, okay? Just want to say that for the 50th time. I have nothing. I owe Cameron zero. Zilch, okay? I owe Cameron zero, all right? Zero, nothing. Why am I doing this? Why am I saying these things? I don't know. It's this thing called principles, I guess.
Or another tenant of the apartment complex, or someone completely unrelated. But it's not about Crackstop, and Cameron knows this. To summarize, Cameron lied about what the report says, he lied about how he got it, and he lied about who redacted it. And he did this all to make someone accusing him of abuse look mentally unstable.
There's a very awesome interview with Aiden Underground, where Cameron is being asked to produce an original, unedited audio recording of a call.
Yeah, Kilo is like promoting the other snarker weirdos, right? Oh yeah, by the way, these people will go out of their way to say, oh, we're not associated with one another, right? Cameron's a cloud demon, probably why he backstabbed you. Yeah, I'm not afraid to claim that. Yeah, I think that might be the case, yeah. But I just want to say that it is hard, okay? Sometimes I have to question my sanity because it is hard being the only sane person in a mental asylum, okay? When you're a sane person in a mental asylum, you feel like you're the crazy one. So when I am standing up against the rest of the internet and I'm the only one with the correct opinion, it's a hard fight, okay? Here, I'll show you. I'll show you exactly what happened when I confronted Mao. I'll show you what happened when I confront him now.
I don't know if I'd believe it 100%, but I'd say it's a
And this is on Cameron.
possibility.
Good. So basically, it's not proven guilty beyond the shadow of a doubt, yes?
We're not proving people guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt. We're not the legal system. We're drama slop YouTubers. We're talking about what we believe or what we
Oh, hi, past Foodshops. Hey, hi.
don't believe.
I have bangs now, by the way.
And we don't believe things without a shadow
Oh, and my hair's dyed, okay?
of a doubt, generally speaking.
Also, I lost even more weight. Okay.
Right? So I can believe that Cameron sexually assaulted.
Oh, and I got a better camera, all right? Because if you guys donate to me, I'll make sure that goes to a good use, okay? You guys donate to me, I'll give my editors extra pay, and I'll upgrade my stream setup, okay?
Assaulted someone without having overwhelmingly, without a shadow of a doubt, evidence.
Give me money, okay? Time to give me money. Come on.
Because of the overwhelming evidence of him lying about this encounter, but him obfuscating about this encounter, and by him manipulating consistently about this encounter, right? That gives me a very bad feeling. And in my mind, the only solution is, yeah, something sexual probably happened, right?
Okay, maybe you hold yourself to that standard. I don't like that standard then. I think that standard is bullshit.
Is it bad that people think you're a pedophile because you admitted to it?
Yeah, just so you know, this is when me and Rao had a bridge, okay? So he decides to bring up the pedo shit, even though in private he has consistently said that, oh yeah, I'm vindicated, right? But of course I think that's bad. Just so you know, like when you are in the snarker sphere, when you're connected with the snarkers, watch your back, okay? Watch your back, okay? Make sure you're wearing Kevlar in the back, okay? Just make sure you're doing that. What the Because these people will undermine their fellow people. Fuck? That shit's stupid.
Why is that bad?
And also, again, I have to say, okay, the reason why a lot of ex-snarkers are here is because they got betrayed and they got harassed by their own community, okay? If the snark communities didn't fucking hate each other and despise each other in every single way, I don't know, maybe Forest Cat and Duckbringer wouldn't have left and you would have two amazing debaters, okay? So, sucks to be you. Because an admission isn't necessarily like beyond the shadow of a doubt, especially if a person's not in the right place of mind. Sometimes I'm even astounded. Sometimes even I am impressed by my own intelligence, okay? Sometimes I even impress myself.
But people had more to go on with you, right? It wasn't just the admission.
Okay, if somebody is feeling self-destructive,
I'm trying to compare what happened with you and what's happening with Cameron to get you to understand something, right? It wasn't just an admission with you. I'm not going to open up your entire lore because I feel like that'd be a little rude.
But just by the way, okay, this has began with basically him bringing up my lore.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
You pretty much went there. I mean, fuck it, you pretty much went there. You tried to catch me
get him, Foodshops. Yes, get him.
Go ahead. It'll be cowardice if you would just like not do anything.
Okay, stop.
Go ahead.
I can if you really want me to, but there's like two.
I mean,
you made
went
a bunch of
there.
videos. You made a bunch of
right?
videos in relation to pedophilia, and then you also admitted to jerking off to Lolicon, right?
Just remember, okay? All right, when it comes to when you're losing a debate, it's time to go to the PDF.
So there's more than just the admission for people to go off.
The meta is so stupid.
Of.
But okay, continue.
Yeah, and you're probably being nitpicky about the terminology of lolly and lolicon.
Foodshops, why do you keep bringing up lolly? Well, Kaiser and Prime Mind. Yeah, I didn't actually. Okay, you can clearly see here that it's Mrao bringing up it first, just like every single fucking other time.
Probably isn't. You know, there's more that people had to go on with you than just an admission. There's more that people have to go on with Cameron than just an admission. An admission solely does not lead people to the conclusion that someone has done something, right? That's not how that works.
So
and there's usually, if there's surrounding evidence and then someone admits to doing something, then usually it's like, yeah, they probably did that thing. There's probably some truth there. It's probably not exactly how they described it.
Hold on. I don't necessarily disagree. Would you say that an admission plus evidence of them lying could lead to a guilty charge? Why did
An
I say
admission
like that?
and then evidence of them lying about what?
Yeah, like assault, right? Like in Cameron's specific scenario.
If he lying broadly or lying specifically about the
Inconsistent about the yes. Dude, I can't believe I did all of this for Cameron after. I didn't do it for Cameron. Fuck it. No, I'm not going to say that. I did it for me, okay? I did it for me. Me defending Cameron has nothing to do with Cameron. Me defending Cameron has everything to do with me.
I think it's suspicious, but I don't know legally. I don't know anything about legality. I'm
No,
just
we're
saying
not
what I
talking about
believe.
legally.
I don't.
No, we're not talking about legally. Just
You said
just from your
no.
perspective.
You did. You said guilty verdict.
Oh my!
Right?
When I said charge, sorry. Okay, fuck. Let me change my terminology then. I guess. Like guilty verdict.
If he's
like from you.
okay. To be very blunt, Cameron.
Bro, in that private call with Cameron, dude, in that private call with Cameron, after all that time, I think it was after Destiny started promoting me, and we started to like compare notes. We started to compare notes mainly because we have both been the targets of the snarkers, right? Because we have both been the targets of the snarkers, we were like, okay, did they also do this to you? Okay, all right, that happened. Okay, yes, our experiences basically match up, and there's a lot of gaslighting that's going on, and I begin to realize there's a pattern.
Admitted to the thing, then said, oh, it's not true. It's because I was being blackmailed, then refused to provide evidence of that blackmail. And then there's overwhelming evidence to like a call where he's admitted to something happening, and then DMs across last year where, accounts are raised that he did this thing. Like, yeah, I'm not saying that he tried to forcefully eat her fucking pussy. Okay. I don't know if that's specifically what happened. I'm not saying he tried to even forcefully kiss her. I don't know if that's what happened. We're never going to know the exact details of what's happening. I'm saying I'm like a pie chart, right? If there's one color of the pie that's that he did do something like sexual misconduct, and one color that
Pretty sure I wasn't even listening to him during this time because he was just like going on and being so boring. I was just playing FTL, okay?
he did not. I'm saying the bigger piece of the pie is probably he did do some sort of sexual misconduct. Based on him lying, him being inconsistent, him obfuscating, him manipulating, all of it, right? I don't think it's enough for a guilty verdict. I don't think it's enough to fucking castrate this guy. I think he should still be allowed to make YouTube videos. I think everybody should be allowed to make YouTube videos. I'm just saying this isn't like a nothing burger. Like it seems like, I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but it seems like you're trying to play this off, play this whole
Mrao, the same person who says, show me your tits.
camera situation off as like a nothing burger. I don't think it's that, right? I think this should be talked about, and I think he should be criticized for potentially like sexually misconducting a girl, right? Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes, I understand what you're saying, but can I say things from my perspective of what's going on?
Sure.
Okay. So what I think is he doesn't trust all these people because he has been groomed, not groomed, but essentially from the age of 15. All right, he's been under Yandere Simulator, whatever. All right, he's clearly a very terminally online person. Okay. The thing is we're talking about an allegation from a girl who is already inconsistent on whether or not she actually wants to put forward acts of sexual misconduct in the first place, with no corroborating witnesses at the time other than maybe FES Diesel, and we don't even know from the time that FES Diesel was there at the time.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
He had a roommate who had similar allegations of sexual misconduct against him. Similar as in like literally word, basically from what I've heard, like
Dude, I look like I'm done with Mrao's shit, bro. It's so funny.
Word for word what he did, when it's obviously like a
She's the victim. She's the one that's
I don't take her as a reliable narrator. I don't care.
Just notice how they don't even take the victims, the so-called victims, as reliable narrators, and they don't care about whether or not their testimony is consistent or not. Okay, because I like how Kilo. Okay, listen, I don't even remember the details of this. Okay, but apparently past Foodshops did. Okay, but just so you know, okay, Kilo brings into question basically Cameron's consistency when it came to his narratives. I discovered on my own, when I was listening to the raw evidence, the so-called proof, that the girl herself was inconsistent at the time. So the real question then becomes, why is it that Kilo only included the fact that Cameron was inconsistent? And why did Kilo not include the fact that the ledger is also inconsistent? Kilo, this is a shit-ass video, okay? That's a shit-ass video.
Oh, wait, that's so convenient.
You have to look at multiple, you have to look at the broad situation. She said it happened. She wrote a relatively detailed, like a one-sentence thing about one of the supposed
And this is why I'm on top and you guys are at the bottom, okay?
encounters, right? He even said they had full-on penetrative sex. We don't know if they had full-on penetrative sex. We don't know, right? We don't know.
Nope.
But then we have a call where he supposedly
Dude, just so you know, okay? Like, you can dig into my history and you can find a bunch of skeletons, sure. right? But if you try to dig into the Snarkers history, you'll find nothing but horribleness. There's nothing good there. At least when you dig through my history, it looks like a natural history. There are bad parts and there are good parts, okay? Because you dig into my history, you'll find that there are debates like this where I am indisputably the paladin, okay? The fucking dexterity paladin of the fucking D&D party, all right? I'm like protecting the weak and the vulnerable. You can see I'm trying to do good in this world, right? But you look into the Snarkers history and it is soliciting tit pics from minors, trying to convince a minor to break up with another minor so then you can get with her, trying to harass a female victim on stream, harassing other relationship people, harassing Duckbringer, going after Steven, endorsing swatting, endorsing cybersexual. Like when you look into their history, guys, when you look into their history and then you look at my history, you line these things up, okay? You line these things up. The worst thing I've done is still better than the best thing that they have done. Okay, me admitting that I was into Lolly is objectively better than anything any of these people have done. Okay, it's better because at least I told the truth there. Okay, and I was willing to be consistent about that. Okay, I told the truth there and they crucified me for it because they're so used to lies. That's the reason. Okay,
admitting to some form of sexual misconduct.
They saw the truth and they couldn't handle it. They saw the truth and they got triggered by the truth because it is in their very nature to lie.
There is a lot of inconsistencies. He's lied about her age to try to seemingly downplay what had happened, you know?
Sure.
They see the truth and they are blinded by its dazzling light. I hold up my shield and they see themselves in my shield, a reflection, and they said, I cannot stand the sight of thee.
Yeah, sounds like he was nervous
like
and panicking,
I find it hard to believe you genuinely think that it's like 30% there was some form of sexual misconduct.
Mate, again, what it sounds like is that he's like panicking and shit, right? And he's giving very unreliable testimony because he's like a panicky kid, no?
True.
So why was he so aggressive in the other one?
Because he was panicking. You can alternate between like different forms of panicking, right? You can be aggressive, you can be sad, you can be depressed, and then you can be flustered at the same time, right? You're going insane, right? If you're panicking.
Praise Soul Skippity, true. Praise the sun.
You realize what I'm saying here, right? Is that she is the
I don't
one
know
that
what
has
you're saying.
retracted her allegation.
I feel like you're being bad faith. I can't.
Oh my god.
I don't
Okay.
think that you're being honest. I don't think you're being honest.
All right,
here.
you can believe that. You'd just be wrong. You can believe whatever you want. But...
What a fucking G, dude. God damn. It doesn't even matter. Oh my god. It doesn't even matter that the camera quality is shit and I look like shit, okay? Man. Oh my god. I fucking... that motherfucker around at the time, okay? Yeah.
Buddy, I love you.
1A! 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 Yeah!
Have you ever conceded in a debate? Ever?
Yeah, of course. I conceded
Yes.
in a debate with Andrew Wilson when I
Yes!
debated him.
Yes!
Is that it?
That's right.
That was a major debate that I conceded to.
Is that
let
the
me
only
think.
debate you've conceded to?
I don't know. I don't really lose debates all that often.
Okay.
What? Damn, dude. Chill! Bro, you need to chill the fuck out, bro. That ego is getting out of control.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm obviously not gonna
Bro! I like how Mrao couldn't even
get
answer.
anywhere with you. I think it's a bad take, but I'm obviously not gonna be able to convince you.
Yeah,
I think we'll
like I
end it
said,
here.
like I said, we're differing over like 10 to 20 percentage points. We're literally like it's the
The difference
smallest fucking
between
percentages.
you are no, obviously that's not what's happening. You are
Okay.
in my perspective, you are severely downplaying it. I think you
What?
are
Yeah. Speaking of down, okay, Mrao, you have down. I mean, your Chrome is only talented.
essentially
It's
sweeping,
10 to
for,
20
like, potential-
percentage points. It's
10
nothing.
to 20. No, I think more than not.
By the way, that was genuinely the disagreement, okay? Is that I thought that there was a 30% chance that Cameron is guilty. I thought there was a 30% chance at the time that Cameron was guilty, and Mrao thought that there is a 50 to 70% that Cameron was guilty. That is literally what he was ass pained over. He was ass pained over 20 percentage points. That's what he was. I can't, bro. Actually, insane behavior. Anyway.
More than not, he's sexually misconduct with a
So
girl.
stupid.
You don't believe that. You think it's like a third. Probably not. Like, I'm like, more likely than not he did this thing, and then your response to that is probably not, right?
Yeah.
So these are very, very differing, very significantly, I feel like, differing answers.
That's not
Yeah, I mean,
significant.
like, was he awkward at times? Yeah, probably. That's what I'm saying, right?
I think he was awkward. I think it's fine to have like sexual misconduct. I think most men, I think Foodshops is probably normal to someone. I think most people are going to someone, especially in their early 20s when they're trying, or late teens, early 20s, whatever, when they're trying to figure something out, right? I think it's probably normal. I think a lot of people do that.
Okay. Do you think it's easy to
I forgot that he said this. I just want to say that don't group me in with that. If you're just speaking for yourself, just say that you're speaking for yourself, and stop saying that it's normal, okay?
to pick up a girl from her behind to try to I don't know, ton her like in that position to get to that point?
I don't know if she was picking. I don't know. I don't know the logistics.
Okay, well, that's
of
the
how he was picking her
well,
up. I
that's
don't know
the
if it was from
allegation.
behind.
That's the
I don't know
allegation.
if it
So
was
you
from
better be
behind.
ready.
I don't know if
Hold
it was
on,
from
that's the
behind.
allegation, right? Hold on. So again,
You're inventing more context that we don't have. I don't know if it was from behind. I can definitely
That
see a
was
scenario where you're
literally
picking
what was
someone up in order
described.
to eat them out. It was
Okay.
not described that they were
How
picking
do
them
you
up from
for-
behind.
How
No, that's
exactly
not what
do you
happened.
forcefully do that? How exactly do you forcefully do that? Exactly.
I would imagine he picked up her
describe it to me.
legs.
How did
He
she
picked
get
up her
into
legs
that
or held her waist or
position?
something.
What the fuck?
Probably sitting together on a bed, laying together in a bed, something like that.
Okay. All right. I got you.
Like I said, I don't think we're gonna get anywhere. I disagree. I think you're sweeping. I think it's a bad take.
Yeah,
but I'm
I
obviously
already
not gonna be able
said
to
we weren't
convince
going to
you.
get anywhere. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I am putting an end to the conversation. It seems like you're trying to rehash it. I'm saying we're not going to get anywhere. I disagree. I think you're sweeping. I'm going to end the conversation because I feel like we're going to start looping if we keep going. Okay?
Yeah, I wanted to end the conversation a while ago. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so I don't know why you're trying to rehash it. I'm going to leave the call now so we end the conversation. Okay? Bye.
All right. Bye. Love you. Oh, fuck. He missed the love you. He didn't even say I love you back. Oh my God.
Dude. I think I was too harsh on myself. I think I was too harsh on myself. I think I absolutely obliterated Mao. I think I absolutely obliterated him, dude.
Hello?
Bro, listen, okay? Listen, if you're a female debater, if you're a female debater in this space, okay, you are so fucking lucky. You're so fucking lucky that there are so many people like you now because back then it was just me, okay? It was just me versus all the fucking snarkers on every single fucking subject, okay? All right, it was tough. It was tough, okay? Every night was a struggle. Every night was guerrilla warfare against the imperial forces, okay?
Silence is bad.
Yes. Okay. So the star has double your body count, but even the fact that you're half of her body count is pretty crazy.
Well, I'm gonna say it's probably harder for men to have like a higher
Yeah,
body
but
count.
like a man getting half the body count of
I think people are essaying people all the time. Yeah, but you have to keep in mind that even if he is this, because I understand that a lot of weird sexual interactions can happen when you're younger, right? Like for example, I think I talked to Destiny about the Aiden Soul Skippity allegations, right? And that when you're in your early 20s, a lot of weird shit can go down. I understand that point, okay? But the problem is that if Mao understands that point, then why the fuck is he going after Cameron?
female porn star. That's crazy.
Are fucked up, and we say
I think that is a very good question.
things on the moment that we don't think about.
Exactly.
But it probably won't be a good explanation
Oh yeah, Mao rage quit
for
this one.
any like promise to get that money back, promise to refund, promise to use that money on anything other than
I'm just showing you guys that I basically had like so many fucking debates with Mao about this shit.
he's saying if you don't do this, if you don't play by my rules, play how I want, I'm going
Then-
to make you homeless.
then
In a
she
city
should
where you
just-
have no friends, where you have no family, where you have no job.
Yeah, it's not good, but it just
Okay,
depends
so
on
you think what
situation
Cameron
it is,
did
right?
was abusive, so we don't disagree
wait,
here.
wait,
It
you
seems like you're
realize-
fishing for a disagreement.
Well, yeah, because we do disagree. Can I just give my
No,
hypothetical?
we don't.
We do.
I don't want
Can
to talk
give
about
a-
hypotheticals. I want to talk about the situation. I'm telling you, I think he is abusive. I think he extorted her and he acted in an abusive manner. It doesn't seem like you actually disagree.
Yeah, but just because
And then when you
just-
when it seems like you do disagree, it seems like
Why am I such a
you're
douchebag?
pulling like this weird like, well, actually, I don't think this is abusive when it kind of clearly is, and then you kind of go back on it a little bit. So what do we actually agree on? Because it seems like you do think he was acting abusive here.
Okay, because you use the word abuse in that way, I'm no longer saying abuse is not proven. Abuse is not proven, in my opinion.
All right,
Because
I
you're
don't- I
using
don't care.
you're using it in a way that I completely disagree with. Like it's insane.
Okay, anything else?
Wait, that's it? You're not gonna fight?
I don't
on
think
this?
I don't think we're gonna get anywhere. I don't think we're gonna get anywhere. The last debate we had, it went in circles and looped, and then eventually, in retrospect, you conceded. I don't want to spend like another 10 minutes
Just-
arguing this just to have us not go anywhere, and then in a
Hold
week
on,
you're
hold
gonna
on,
concede.
Just one
It's
hypothetical.
it's just a waste of time. If we can't agree fundamentally that extorting someone is bad and abusive, then I don't know where we're gonna get with this.
I don't know why you said I concede, because the thing is that I said all I said based off of my own experiences. I didn't concede to you because of your argument specifically. So I don't know why you said that. Does that make sense? Also, in addition, so let's just say you've taken 2 homeless little children, okay? And let's just say the 2 children,
I'm not participating in hypotheticals.
Let's just say a homeless man completely fucked up.
I'm not participating in hypotheticals. I'm not participating in hypotheticals.
Would you not kick them out?
I'm not participating in hypotheticals. It's not going to go anywhere with you.
Okay, here's my opinion. If she is fucking his shit up, he should kick her out. Yeah.
How is she fucking his shit up?
I don't know. It depends.
What is she
he
doing?
has the right to, right? He is the one that is paying
oh my
for
God,
everything,
you're so okay.
right?
Foodshops. She didn't do anything like that. You've invented a scenario where she hasn't even done anything to justify your belief here. What has she done? What shit has she fucked up?
You wouldn't.
What shit has she fucked up? What shit has she fucked up?
I don't know.
Exactly. You don't fucking have anything. Anything else? Anything else?
Because it's coming from her
anything
side.
Else?
That's why it's coming from.
Do you
her
have anything
side.
else?
Okay, I mean, if you don't want to,
it seems like to me you don't have anything.
Listen. If you don't want to engage, it's fine. Okay.
I'm telling you, I'm not wanting to engage in hypotheticals. I'm not saying I don't want to engage in the argument in and of itself. I'm telling you, I will engage in the argument. I just don't want to fucking circle around with hypotheticals daily. We have a situation. We can look at it. We can see what happened here, and then we can talk about that. I'm not going to do some weird hypothetical game with you where it's going to go in circles. I don't see that being helpful.
All right, sure. I think it's fine to regulate the shower time. I think that's fine. Why the fuck not? He's the one paying, right? This is the actual scenario, no?
I don't care about regulating shower time.
Also, why the fuck do you care if she's going to become homeless? Who cares? So what?
Why do you care about the Cameron story then?
He isn't obligated to house her.
Why do you care about the Cameron story? Answer a question when I fucking ask it to you.
Why care about any issue?
Jesus Christ. It's pulling teeth. Fuck.
Because
you're Asian. You should be a fucking dentist or a doctor. You should be able to do this shit. Come on.
Hold on. Because
why do you care about the Cameron shit?
Because I care about how much I disagree with you.
Why do you care about the Cameron shit?
Okay, dude, you need to lower your degrees by
answer the fucking question. Okay. You have one more chance. If you don't, I'm leaving.
Okay, maybe you should leave because you sound crazy right now. What the fuck just happened there? Did I say something? What? Dude.
Gee, I wonder why I'm not chumming with these people.
Between him and his accuser, and he spends 30 minutes.
Why am I the only one having fun and they're treating it as like a life or death situation? I guess is another question.
Coming up with the most insane reasons to not have to show it.
Because you took 20 minutes to find that. Can you just go to your file explorer, hit home, so it shows recent? Can you just do that?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm not showing you all the fucking there's shit I'm working on that I don't want to leak. There you go.
Can you scroll down by one file?
No.
Just one file. Okay, one more.
No, now you're just being retarded.
There's no way the super secret information conveniently. No,
I'm not leaking my next video.
The first 4 files you show me are all related to what we've just been shown. So I want you to go to the 5th file, and it's very convenient that the 5th file is going to be some top secret information that you can't show in your most recent.
I just would rather not.
This is just very suspicious, man. It is very suspicious.
How in the fucking God's name is me not wanting to show you the fucking premiere file for my next video suspicious?
You don't have to. You just rename it and then you can screenshot. It takes 2 seconds. Watch, I'll do it now. Time it.
But it's a waste of time.
Yeah, again, we'll never be able to fully prove if Cameron is guilty or not, but a good barometer for these things, I think, is if someone is accused of something and in response they lie 47 different times, it doesn't exactly make me think they didn't do it.
Again, as I demonstrated, right? I'm just taking points from previous me who fucking, can I just say, decimated that fucking saucy fedora wearing cat, okay? As somebody who has, decimated the snarkers before it was even cool, all right, in this space. I just want to say as the first paladin, all right, that again, Kilo conveniently left out that the ledger was also inconsistent. I didn't even remember that. I'm so glad I dug up my old debate with Mrao. I'm so glad I dug that up because in my opinion, that's one of the most important points. Because when both people are shitty people and both people are inconsistent, what kind of narrative can you even draw? Keep in mind, this is the same argument I make for Brit and Devil Knight. Okay? That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
So Cameron, sorry buddy, but you've been accused of sexually assaulting a minor. And to date, the allegation seems more credible than not. So when someone like Noah Samson says you're a child, I don't think many lawyers are going to take that defamation case, which is probably why it seems like Ethan doesn't really fuck with you.
You know, as time goes on, I'm getting more cynical about it. I'm just like, it's probably not going to happen. He's probably not going to have me onto it. It just might not fit the case that Ethan and Buddha have. You know what I mean?
Whether you have to prove that Noah knew it's a lie and there's credible evidence against you.
That Noah knew, exactly, Kilo. And that's where it's extremely hard to prove that stuff.
And Cameron's dishonesty extends to his coverage of Hasan as well. In his content cop on Ludwig, for example.
Well, I mean, cause Kilo is an obvious snarker, duh. The fuck, he's not even private about it or anything. I wouldn't be surprised if Cameron responded and then he realized who Kilo was, or he saw Kilo on Twitter and stuff. But Kilo is just trying to farm content. I get what he's trying to do.
Cameron includes a clip of Hasan talking about
guys. Do we really think that the snarkers care about women? I think they would say, no, you don't understand, Foodshops. We love women. We love women. Yeah, sure you do. The same way that Spinal BJ, the person that you cover for, also love watching teenage girls dressed down live on stream.
Party, which, as we all know, is intended to paint a picture of conduct potentially involving minors.
Did you guys know Hasan attended the Diddy party?
I walked into this like back like sphere Epcot looking thing in the back of like the house that P Diddy was renting for his and was throwing after parties at Coachella, and they were playing like these crazy things for people who were high. One of the images that they were playing was like this little girl, this like supposedly attractive, very young girl.
Nice friend you got there, Ludwig.
Yeah, so he cuts the clip off there and then throws up this disclaimer to say now there's no proof.
Now, of course, as far as I'm aware, there's no proof Hasan doing any Diddy activities. Hasan's awful for many more reasons beyond this. Just thought it was ironic seeing the types of accusations Hasan throws around.
Hasan did anything weird with kids, but Cameron conveniently leaves out the very next line of the clip, where Hasan expresses discomfort with attending the party.
This like supposedly attractive, very young girl like opening up a Christmas gift, and I think I told you about this where I was like, this is some real weird Alex Jones style pedo thing here. This is exactly how I felt walking into that house where I was like, this is weird. This is really weird. By the way, this is years before the Diddy allegations, for the record. This was years before. I went to an after party at Coachella. It was like a fucking alcohol after party. It wasn't like Diddy's after party. Okay, it was for some fucking alcohol brand, right? And I went there. And there was, like I explained, there was this like Epcot style dome. And I thought, yeah, it's Ciroc. Oh yeah, Ciroc, which is Diddy's.
Oh yeah, by the way, another person that became an ex-snarker. So Skibbity. Yeah, So Skibbity also became an ex-snarker. Yeah, do you know why? It's because you guys are too busy burning yourself, okay? This isn't this isn't Steven instigating any kind of internal conflict, okay? This isn't some kind of weird gay op, all right? It's just simply the fact that you guys are too much of douchebags and it's a toxic environment. And people want to go to an environment where they feel so much more supported and cared for, and they receive affirmations and compliments from me. And, you know, I'm just overall a cooler person than literally every snarker. So, like, objectively speaking, I am just so much cooler. Like, you have no idea how cool I am. But hey, you know?
Alcohol. There it is. It's a sponsored event for Ciroc. And I thought the fucking dome was so weird, especially while I was on legal shiitake mushrooms that I had consumed, that I fucking got the hell out of there. I was like, no, this is weird as hell. Isn't that crazy? That is why these motherfuckers will be like, Hasan fucking went to a Diddy party. He loves Diddy. He was Diddy. Including more Pegaslop. This is the exact kind of slander that is legally actionable slander, as a matter of fact.
Bro, he's so mad against Pegasus, dude. Is it just because Pegasus videos get like millions and millions of views?
That more Pegasus has engaged in. And this is part of the reason why I always have to think twice about bringing my businesses to the beautiful nation state of Singapore, which I love and admire. I'm a businessman. I'm wearing a suit, okay? Some canings have to take place for me to reconsider moving billions of dollars of assets that I have. Businessman with the suit, clearly, okay? I have a very diverse portfolio of assets, many of which I would like to move to the beautiful nation state of Singapore, known for its ports and its consistent position on keeping straits open so that commerce can flow freely. This is something that I admire about the beautiful nation state of Singapore, and I would like to bring my business as a capital owner, a capitalist, small c, big C, whatever you want to call it, the billions of dollars of assets that I have that I want to bring to the beautiful nation state of Singapore, I feel a little bit worried about, because if a country doesn't abide by its laws and its standards, when there is a potential non-Singaporean living on Singaporean soil and slandering potential business owners that want to work with the Singaporean ports, for example, I worry, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, I worry if they can't follow the law about cyber stalking and harassment and slander, I think to myself, will they follow the law and protect my capital and my assets?
Okay, so Hasan is just basically saying, okay, I get the joke now, the so-called joke, okay? He's basically saying that he wants to act against more Pegasus under Singaporean law. Yeah, basically try to sue him via Singaporean laws, I think, or whatever. Sorry, I should clarify. It's probably not sue him civilly. I think Hasan is talking about criminally, because he linked the government prosecutor. He linked the government prosecutor's Twitter account. So very nice. Thank you, Hasan. Okay, very pro free speech of you. Okay, no doubt. Thank you, Kilo. By the way, Kilo, thank you so much for defending the fact that you know, Hasan loves free speech so much to the point where you know, this is what the internet is supposed to be, okay? It's supposed to be a space where people are able to exchange ideas in peace and let the best idea win out, okay? But it seems as though that even Hasan acknowledges that free speech fucking sucks, okay? So, well, what can I say?
I didn't want to say this, but that is a big fear that I have. I'm currently, as it stands, holding back my import-export desires from the beautiful ports that cross through the Strait of Malacca and pour into the nation state of Singapore. And it's a fear. It's a prudent financial decision as it stands currently. We will reconsider this community of import-exporters.
I think I know what he's talking about. I think he's saying that because he has Singaporean fans that the import and export is entertainment to them. So therefore that would constitute somehow legally as some kind of export or import. And if somebody who is considered like somebody like more Pegasus is like making videos on Hasan, then maybe that could technically constitute under Singaporean law that, oh yeah, you're attacking a business owner with imports and exports out of the country specifically, right? In order to go after him. Oh, I get it. It just sounds retarded, actually. So, you know.
Yeah, we've all been through this.
I have no idea about Singaporean law. Maybe Singaporean law is fucking retarded too. Okay. But I just want to say, okay, very, very Ethan Klein of you. Okay. Very Ethan coded. Here, look at this. Look how cool this shit is. Yeah, the high priestess. She doesn't look very high. Okay. Like she's not smoking or anything, but I love the art. The art is so good. Yeah.
You're not alone. Yeah. Singapore's a place you shouldn't mess with, probably. What? Baby, this is not a great move, Hasan. We literally do not need you to do this. What are you saying? I love Singapore. Everyone here looks really, really weird.
And when confronted about this blatantly dishonest clipping, this is Cameron's defense.
Why did you cut context from the Hasan going to a Diddy party? He said he left when he saw that. I wasn't accused. Like, it doesn't. I'm sorry. What context did I cut out? You don't show the full clip? Of course I don't show the full clip. You think I have time for that? It was like a 2-minute clip. My goal for my videos is always to put them to like 30 minutes. You think I'm trying to like have the full thing? You could go find the full context yourself.
I see. So it's okay to lie in your videos.
From a clip from fucking 29.
Isn't this what the Snarkers do literally all the fucking time anyway?
Who the fuck's gonna find that?
Because when you really think about it, it should be the viewer's responsibility to go figure out what
just literally take a look at like any of the dishonest clips that they use against me. Like
the truth is on their own.
Amazing.
I mentioned earlier that Cameron was one of my favorite subjects in this video, despite him being a bit irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. And it's because he's a great case study for how just soullessly hating on Hasan and his friends can bring you overnight success, even if you're just a deeply weird little freak like he is. These days, Cameron spends his time constantly asking his audience what he should make next, instead of coming up with any original ideas, and then just making more shitty content cops, despite having previously stated that he wasn't going to keep doing that. He's lied about serious accusations to protect himself, lied about Hasan to gain favor, and built his entire presence on being an opportunistic rat. And for that,
it is kind of crazy that this is a dude who has like forced himself allegedly upon a minor, cutting very important context from a clip to claim that I was a participant in a Diddy party, like a knowing, willing Diddy party enjoyer. Like, brother, you're a fucking pedophile. Like, what are you talking about?
Cameron F305 remains a Weasley little liar. The possible child award goes to Cameron. Congratulations, buddy.
Hasan is a political streamer, the most popular by far. And look, I'm not someone who claims to be very knowledgeable about politics, but even to me, it seems like he has some pretty crazy takes.
Willie Mack is a large commentary YouTuber with over 200,000 subscribers. He has an established presence in the drama sphere for making.
Just remember, if you go against Destiny and you're hoping for the Snarkers to lay off you for a while, okay? When does it even get? Like when was the last time that ever worked? Okay, like again, right? I'm pretty sure Cameron doesn't even like Destiny, and Willie Mack absolutely despises Destiny. Must be right. The fucking FBI call has that caused the Snarkers to lay off you for a while? No, right? We have Kilo releasing a video. There's no incentive. There's no incentive to capitulate to a Snarker, and I think this is the Snarker's ultimate weakness. I think their ultimate weakness is the fact that they don't reward people like that. They're not good at consistently rewarding. They'll reward you when you're talking smack about Destiny, and you know, especially when you start snarking, okay? They'll shower you in compliments and praises. But God forbid, okay? God forbid having a conscience. You don't understand, okay? When you hate Destiny, you have to do it right. You have to do it for the right reasons, and you have to be in the right community, okay? If you hate Destiny, but you're not in our community, well, you're not one of us, and we're gonna murder you. Okay, dude, thank you. Woo! The Emperor. So cool. Because it's just so long. It's just so long, but every part of it is important. Like it is important to cover, because this is like Hasan going over something from our Snarker space. If Hasan is going over something in our Snarker space, that's pretty significant. So this is why, like, I kind of want to watch it all the way through. I don't know, man.
In fact, since October 7th, a third of his videos.
Especially since I haven't watched Kilo's video yet, so I'm gonna continue to try to debunk it. I'm gonna continue debunking it. Okay, good luck.
Videos feature Hasan in the title or the thumbnail, and he routinely gets mentioned in other videos that don't have anything to do with Hasan. This guy's obsessed, unhinged even. Now, I'll be fair, Willie's videos on Hasan, they're not that terrible. I mean, they're not good, but occasionally he can make some halfway decent.
And by the way, this is what Steven is talking about when he said that, oh yeah, all of these like Snarkers are base boosted by Hasan, right? Yeah, like this is that in action, right? Snarkers will always have other Snarkers back across the internet.
Points. But his main criticism of Hasan essentially boils down to inaccuracy and misinformation, which unfortunately doesn't really hit quite the same when you realize just how unreliable of a source Willie himself has become. Demonstrating Willie's ineptitude across all these Hasan videos would probably
Oh, Hasan probably particularly hates Willie Mack because Willie Mack made him look really, really bad in the
Just hours.
debate.
But thankfully for us, Willie and Hasan debated this very topic in November of 2023. Now, for some reason, a lot of people consider Willie to have dominated this debate, but I watched the whole thing again recently, and honestly, he comes across like there's something wrong with him. Willie spends the first like 10 minutes of this debate whining that Hasan didn't watch his video on him, as if that somehow makes Hasan unprepared for the conversation that is about himself.
You want to debate about a video you didn't even watch?
Give me the fucking takes, and we'll talk about it.
You're going into a topic you don't know anything.
The topic is me. This is the other part of the Hasan derangement syndrome, though, where like people tune themselves up. Like I could.
Wait, but why the fuck would Hasan drag in Willie Mack if he didn't even watch a video by Willie Mack about himself? That would make no sense. Like, you realize that this is incongruent, right? If Hasan did not actually watch the video, if Hasan really did not watch the video that was made by Willie Mack, then because he was like insignificant or something, then why even drag in Willie Mack at all? There would be no reason to drag him in, right? Like, basically, no matter what direction you take, there will always be like one or two incongruent details, right? Which is why their narrative is like fucking trash. There's only one consistent narrative, and that is the narrative that Hasan does watch Willie Mack's videos, and he is lying about the fact that he doesn't watch the videos, and because he is like egotistical, and he's just wholly unprepared for a debate, right? And then now he's to lie about it.
Just like ritualistically humiliate a person, right? Absolutely fucking destroy them. And as long as like the same communities get together collectively and decide that I was destroyed, they'll just keep pushing that narrative over and over again. And people will be like, yeah, remember when this guy fucking owned you? And most people don't watch the content. Most people don't actually watch the debate. Most people don't actually think critically at all about it. They just hear other people say it, and then they create.
Well, I'm just curious, right? Because what part of Hasan, okay? What does Hasan say that other people have misunderstood? Seriously, what other part? What part?
This narrative, and then that's it.
What does Willie Mack not understand here?
A pivotal part of his fucking video is the notion, right? The pivotal part of his video that claims I'm a misinformer, okay? That I don't have editorial standards, that I misinform people, was around the Al Ahli hospital courtyard strike. To this day,
that's not. Oh yeah. Oh, that is the JDAM hospital, right? That is the JDAM hospital. The JDAM memes. Yeah.
This day, it was a turning point in the Israeli genocide of Palestinians. Okay.
How is it a turning point at all? It was just like misinformation and disinformation spread like wildfire. The hospital wasn't even hit, and the fucking JDAM, like the so-called JDAM, wasn't even a JDAM. It just like fucking hit the fucking hospital parking lot. And that was actually fired by Palestinian freedom fighters or whatever the fuck. Like, it was an offshoot. Like, that is another radical group that is not Hamas, basically. Like, it's another like, the Palestinian group of whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's not even Hamas. It's another like fucking radical terrorist group that like fired that fucking missile, and it just happened to land in their own fucking yard.
Okay. Now remember, this guy doesn't know shit about Israel, doesn't know shit about Palestine. Okay. He claimed falsely. He claimed falsely that
Where the fuck is Lonerbox when you need him? Is Lonerbox watching this? Because Lonerbox knows Kilo, right? Lonerbox knows Kilo. I'm going to Loner's playlists, his VODs. Sorry. Does he even stream anymore? Streamed 12 days ago. Oh, that's rough. That is rough. 12 days ago? Wow. Damn, dude. What is he up to these days? Did he quit the internet? Damn. Videos. No. I think the last VOD really is 12 days ago. Oh my god. Lonerbox unironically disappeared. The fuck?
I had no evidence whatsoever to blame Israel for it. Now, of course, I had a shit ton of evidence to blame Israel for it. I knew that Israel had blown up hospitals in the past. I knew that Israel was going to continue blowing up every hospital, which it did. And I also knew that 2 days prior to the Al Ahli courtyard strike, Israel had struck the Al Ahli hospital, the radiology department, with an artillery shell. But what he did not know, and he revealed to us in this conversation,
I thought the reason why, God, I can't believe I have to go into IVP a little bit, but like, I thought the reason why Israeli forces strike hospitals is because terrorists were hiding in them. Is that Hamas keeps on using human shields, and they keep on storing their weapons in mosques and hospitals because they know that blowing up these locations is like a scandal for the IDF, which is why they pick these locations to protect their equipment.
Was the fact that BBC, CNN, and virtual.
So therefore, at some point, you have to question like, what is the human cost of them using human shields, right? You have to de-incentivize them from using human shields in the first place, right?
Every single news broadcaster had also immediately assumed that this was an Israeli airstrike. They had all covered it in the morning, saying Israel struck the Al Ahli hospital according to on-the-ground reports. He didn't know that. He didn't even fucking know that. He thought I just made it up on my own. Isn't that fucking crazy?
About.
It's like, yeah, why don't you just make the criticism? I shouldn't have to research or prepare for a criticism that is about me. Motherfucker, I'm me.
Brother, just give me what you want to say. Give me what you want to say. The video's about me, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
sure,
fucking talk to me about what the fucking points of the video are and let's discuss it. The fuck do you mean?
My main
Why would I have to
criticism
research a video about myself?
Willie uses this bizarre moment to say that Hasan is unprepared for the conversation, which he claims proves one of his points.
So let's hear it.
I know, but
what
that
your
kind of like
gripes
that kind
are.
of links up to like my big criticism with you is that you don't actually put in the bare minimum effort to research anything before you jump to conclusions.
But even if this unpreparedness point was somehow not totally stupid and was actually fair, it gets immediately undermined by the fact that Willie isn't prepared either, because he has to pause the conversation right after this to go back and watch his own video to remind himself of the argument that he presumably is here to challenge Hasan with.
What is the lie that I told about Ukraine?
It's not a lie. It's just you made more.
Wait, okay. I thought that this was in the moment. I thought this was in the moment. It's not like this was a planned debate or anything like that. It was Willie Mack impromptu. It was Willie Mack impromptu hopping in, and he wasn't in the position to debate in the first place, which is why he has to go back. He also spits out a bunch of fucking videos. So chances are he probably doesn't remember everything that he talks about, right?
It's made more basic. I gotta go pull it up in the video because you didn't
prepare for your own fucking.
You're just completely like.
It's your video. It's your video about me. This should be so simple for you to be like, this is where you lied.
All right, you gotta give me a minute.
Are you trying to link me your video? I'm not gonna watch your video. Just say it with your mouth, with your words. Go ahead.
I have to watch my video.
Also, by the way, I just want to say, if you're not a fan of Hasan, and you saw the not the Kilo debate, and you saw the Willie Mack debate with Hasan, you would absolutely just say, yeah, Hasan got fucking crushed, right? You would say Hasan got fucking crushed. Hasan looks really bad here. But just so you know, Kilo claims that he isn't a Hasan fan in this one, yet he appears in Hasan's chat, right? And incessantly defended him using a video that is more than 3 hours long. And then he says, yeah, you know what? I'm going to defend Hasan as well in his debate versus Willie Mack. It's like, wow, that's a very, very defensive, not Hasan fan right there.
Gotta see what my receipt is because this is a year old.
Big chunks. I want to remind people that big chunks of the internet watched this entire experience or they probably didn't watch it, let's be real, but went along with the notion that this was a shellacking that I received. Okay?
Okay, but that's just true. But okay, go off, King.
This conversation that took place, people either claimed to have watched and went, Hasan got fucking owned, or just didn't watch and repeated it verbatim. Yeah, the fuck.
I watched it. You got owned, dude. Another thing that's frustrating is Hasan using these news agencies and whatnot to say why he's correct and not divulge further, and looking beyond the headline with dispel talking points. Probably because he keeps his audience pretty like dumb on purpose, honestly. Yeah. He cultivates the kind of cult that he wants, right? Hence the word cult in cultivate.
Hasan Orbit claimed that this conversation was a dunk show. Now, I don't know if it's because it's their unbearable hatred of me. I don't know if it's their own, like, you got your own comments said you lost. Yeah, because they fucking brigade everything. That's the whole point. It's about developing a narrative. I'm literally, oh my God, I'm explaining to you how the internet works right now. We're slowly walking through it, okay? Here's how it goes. First, you have a conversation.
Bro, he is so ass mad, bro. He is so ass mad at that. Bro, oh my God. You don't understand. My own comments said I lost that debate because they brigade the comment section. Oh yeah? Okay. All right. Can you name names that you don't actually recognize or something? Oh fuck. I thought I copy and pasted the something. The fucking tab was laggy. Really? Lame. L. Also Twitch player L. It's so funny. Oh my God, dude.
Back since October 7th, a third of his videos feature Hasan in the title or the thumbnail, and he routinely gets mentioned in other videos that don't have anything to do with Hasan. This guy's obsessed. Unhinged even. Now, I'll be fair, Willie's videos on Hasan, they're not that terrible. I mean, they're not good, but occasionally he can make some halfway decent points. But his main criticism of Hasan essentially boils down to inaccuracy and misinformation, which unfortunately doesn't really hit quite the same when you realize
Willie Slop Show, you're probably not going to make it. Orbit, isn't that his own community is dunking on him? Meanwhile, not a single person from my community.
Oh my God, dude, this person named Livy Woman, okay? First of all, L female, all right? Oh, true. I just woke up from nap. Sorry. Dude, oh my God. It's like Hasan fucking shouting at his own fucking fans, bro. Fuck me. Also, following since 2025, 12/23, subscribe for 6 months. My God.
He watched this experience and had this takeaway because you'd have to be a fucking moron to have that takeaway from this conversation. Okay?
Right? I didn't know
you don't even know your own video. You don't know the content of your own fucking video.
The confusing thing is, like, even if Hasan had watched Willie's video, Willie still had to go back and fetch his old arguments. Like, he wasn't prepared for the conversation either way. But that debate was kind of a microcosm of the big problem with Willie's attacks on Hasan. Almost all of what he says about him can easily be attributed to himself. Remember that his main criticism is that Hasan often gets things wrong.
My goal is to parse through information and misinformation.
You are the misinformation. You get everything wrong. What, you're allowed to lie, slander people, and make up your own misinformation?
Bro, are you right wing? Why do you have an American flag in the back? What? It's right wing to have an American flag in the back? Do you hear yourself?
Is division and misinformation for the sake of propaganda.
Like, can you think? Can you? I'm gonna be honest. If you get your political commentary or your news from Willie Slop Show, you're probably not gonna make it. And unfortunately, you guys know.
Little bro, Willie Mack doesn't even make political commentary. Willie Mack doesn't make political commentary, man.
Co-workers that probably do, or co-workers that probably get their information from guys like this. Okay, that's what's so fucking unbearable. I sometimes feel like I just have to. I'm always swimming upstream.
Yeah, man, you're so oppressed. Oh, boo-hoo, the oppressed multimillionaire.
This is the same line I see from Bad Empanada and ultra leftists on Twitter that I get.
It's kind of just a red flag now. America isn't exactly in a good place. Well, I want to take it back. I understand that the American flag represents, you know, a lot of right-wingers use the American flag, right? But for me personally, I feel as though it's been used so much by the right wing that I think that the left wing should reclaim it, okay? Which is why I use that. But no, of course I'm left wing. The fuck? I'm Asian. I mean, like white presenting Asian, but like
things wrong. He started the clip by
I'm like the archetype minority that would not be a Trumper.
You weren't ready to debate because you didn't watch the video. That's what I mean. You can lean into pre-existing bullshit, and it doesn't even matter what your political perspective is. Because Fed Empanada's literally done videos on this fucking dildo. As a matter of fact, he's destroyed this dildo before for him not knowing anything about what he speaks on.
What? Did they debate?
Yeah. Another orbiter, by the way.
Dude. By the way, okay, there's a snarker talking point that Willie Mack is an orbiter of Destiny still for some reason. All right. That, oh yeah, Willie Mack criticizes Destiny, but the way that he criticizes Destiny is in a very charitable and non-confrontational way. Oh wait, he just made a video saying that he called the FBI on Destiny. Oh wait, never mind. We can still stretch to make it true, okay? That's basically what they do, right? It's just, oh my god, bro, this is so shameless.
Who I believe fell out of favor with when he called him out for being a, but I don't know if they're still back to it.
Willie conversely routinely prides himself on
called him out for being a. You mean reporting him to the FBI? Called him out for being a special dude.
his research and accuracy.
I was the only one that reached out to everyone involved in this story. Me respecting what creators want on and off the record allows me to talk to all sides of the situation, build trust with the creator, and also allows me to get follow-up statements for when the drama develops. The most time-consuming part for me making a video is researching the topic, because finding trustworthy news sources is hard. Everyone's reporting with some sort of agenda today.
It's really interesting to hear Willie seemingly present himself as
Which is why this video is sponsored by Ground News.
being above having an agenda. It's entirely possible that Willie's research for his Hasan videos in large part consists of just reading subreddits that notoriously have a massive agenda against Hasan.
He claimed that streaming was more soul-sucking and draining on his social battery than a normal job. I sympathize that every line of work is going to have its days where it's hard, but comparing streaming in any way to a real job is so out of touch. Another thing I find funny is Hasan will make it a point to mock Destiny for doing research.
He did all that reading to scour talking points and still got owned.
If you're angry about police brutality, you can watch him laugh at a cop getting shot. Are you okay?
This is a fairly common pattern. A lot of Willie's criticism.
Yeah, that clip is a cop shooting another cop because they're trying to shoot a dog. Hilarious. Remember when they posted that on LSF and everyone agreed with me? That was awesome. Always fucking brigaded shit from subreddits. Always brigaded shit from subreddits. Again, totally out of context statement about the social battery draining that comes from live broadcasting, as opposed to other things that I have done in my life, other lines of work that I have also been a part of, which again, received enmity from every one of these dipshits on the internet, like Keemstar and all these other fucking assholes. They're just, I think right-wingers in general and like the apolitical slop tubers in general are far more organized in mass harassment campaigns than anybody else, and that ultimately causes a lot of fucking normies who in most other circumstances would probably see the context and be like, I like this guy.
Wait, what? Right-wingers?
To that reading to scour talking points and still got owned.
If you're angry about police brutality, you can watch him laugh at a cop getting shot. Are you okay?
This is a fairly common pattern. A lot of Willie's criticism.
Yeah, that clip is a cop shooting another cop because they're trying to shoot a dog. Hilarious. Remember when they posted that on LSF and everyone agreed with me? That was awesome. Always fucking brigaded shit from subreddits. Always brigaded shit from subreddits. Again, totally out of context statement about the social battery draining that comes from live broadcasting, as opposed to other things that I have done in my life, other lines of work that I have also been a part of, which again, received
like what? Has Hasan ever flipped burgers before or worked retail?
Enmity from every one of these dipshits on the internet, like Keemstar and all these other fucking assholes. They're just, I think right-wingers in general and like the apolitical slop tubers in general are far more organized in mass harassment campaigns than anybody else, and that all.
If he's talking about how they loosely all cover the same person whenever somebody is a trend or whatever the fuck, then sure. But ultimately, right, the snarkers, this is like projection, right? Because he has his own community of snarkers. And the anti-Destiny crowd also has their own community of snarkers. And they are all much more well organized than the way that they present themselves from the outside, right? So in a way, like this just goes back to apply to them. And, you know, he has very little self-awareness, so.
ultimately causes a lot of fucking normies who, in most
Yeah, Hasan's servants flip burgers for him. Okay.
other circumstances, would probably see the context and be like, I like this
True.
guy, to think that, you know, someone like myself is just like a fucking horrible monster.
You kind of are,
Anyway,
actually.
luckily, they're not very organized as far as like having any sort of electoral participation or organized in the real world. All they
Actually, hello, knocking on doors. What the fuck is the point of digital ground game? Unless he's not talking about DGG. If he's just talking about the commentary community that hates him and they're all just like Ethan Klein simps, then yeah, he's right. They don't really care about politics at all. But I just don't know what he means by right winger, because Hasan would be the kind of person who would call Destiny a right winger, which is stupid, right? Which is exactly why I don't know what the fuck he's talking about when he says right winger.
do his brigade on the internet.
To a real job is so out of touch. Another thing I find funny is Hasan will make it a point to mock. If you're angry about police brutality, you can.
Yeah, mocking Destiny's researching skills. Yeah.
Read it previously. Now, sure, a lot of these takes are kind of run of the mill, and Willie could have come up with them on his own, but the pattern even holds with topics that, I'm sorry, there's just no way.
He compares the annexation of Tibet to the American Civil War.
And the example I used here was actually so fucking good. Not to, you know, hype myself up.
Yeah, something tells me this guy doesn't organically know a whole lot about the fucking annexation of Tibet. I actually had kind of a hard time finding arguments in Willie's videos that I couldn't also find in Destiny subreddit. And there's no real moral issue with Willie doing his research that way, but if you're getting a lot of your information about Hasan,
I think it's morally okay to target Hasan sponsor and advertise on Twitch. Hasan wipes, clean his past broadcast. New Hasan merch is fucking insane, or am I being
from a
cringe?
community of people that start pissing and shitting themselves if he eats breakfast.
My coworkers Hasan by watcher. I just started work recently in office. One afternoon I happened to walk by his cubicle, saw his monitor, VOD of his streams. My coworker's a cool guy, and I hope to get to chat to him more. I know his opinions on issues, but he's definitely a Hasan fan. I hope he doesn't conclude anything about me if he sees the Destiny VOD on my screen. Have any other DGG or been in contact with Hasan fans or friends that are Hasan fans? How was it?
Fucking awful. Like usually the people who are super into Hasan, they make being a Hasan fan their entire personality, bro. I mean, like, not to say that there isn't DGGers who do the same, but like, I would rather meet someone who makes Destiny their entire personality rather than making Hasan their entire personality, personally speaking. Okay, not saying that I would hang out with either. Okay, but if you had to pick one, because you're forced to hang out with at least one, right? Then I'll gladly pick the DG one. Okay. Hasan's research, no, it's just his Twitter feed. Like, he has his fucking For You Twitter feed curated just for him. He's a slave to the algo.
Wait, did Ingerland won? No. Football's coming home? No. Oh, wait, it's over?
By the way, okay, I've actually dated briefly somebody who was into Hasan. Okay, it's just never again. Okay, never again. Instead, what I put on my dating profile. Oh my god! Here, let me read out my this part of my dating profile. I don't know if I still have it there, but let me see if I have it there. I showered yesterday. I'll shower tomorrow. Okay, a cause that I care deeply about: supporting Ukrainians and being liberal. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. That's on my profile. So no, I don't want to date Hasan. Okay. Again.
It's over. It's on extra time. It's 2-1. It's on extra time. You don't know. You're jinxing it. You're fucking jinxing it, mate.
Here, I'll show you guys, okay?
It's 2-1. It's 2-1 in overtime.
You're very funny, Hasan.
Wait, 25 minutes of extra. Wait, what? Oh, because it was 1-1, so it went into overtime. Okay. I see England bottled this. Yeah, you guys are...
Wait, you're a black person? Can I get the pass?
2-1.
Incorrectly. You do not have an agenda-free product. And this has become evident not just in Willie's content, but also his behavior. Over time, Willie has proven to be massively biased towards Destiny and his community. In fact, as it turns out, he seems to be consistently compromised in his ability to report accurately on the Ethan, Hasan, and Destiny conflict. This problem became apparent early last year when Willie published a video covering Destiny's non-consensual sex tape sharing scandal. In the video, Willie republishes unverified claims that he gets from Destiny, the person he's meant to be criticizing.
He goes on to say that people named Lav and Kelly Jean have been distributing his nudes, revenge porn in the literal truest sense. How many crazy women are part of this guy's life? At what point can I victim blame him?
Willie's...
Oh yeah. I never want to date a leftist. Okay, straight up. I don't care if the leftist is the hottest person, okay? But if this statement triggers you, I just don't, just fucking swipe left and be done with it, okay? Swipe left and be done with it. Swipe left and be done with it, okay? I cannot do it, okay? If you don't support Ukraine, I don't want anything to do with you, okay? I don't want anything to do with you if you're a Russia simp, okay? I can't do it. I cannot do it. I cannot do it, okay? I can't do it. I can't do it, okay? I don't care if you're like a 10, okay, in terms of appearance. I can't do it, bro. Anyway.
Deference to Destiny showed up throughout this video. Almost half of the runtime was a critique of other people, like the ones who broke the story. And at the end, he couldn't help but bring up Vosh and yes, Hasan as part of a weird, look how battle these other people are type of segment.
So is Destiny's career over because of this? Well, if Tim Pool can frame himself as a patriot while secretly taking Russian money, Vosh can say Lolly makes you a pedo while having a folder full of Lolly, Hasan can frame himself as more credible than the media while reporting every story wrong, then why wouldn't Destiny...
Like, reporting every story wrong is crazy. I can't believe how fucking dumb people are. They get their information from slop tubers. I have no... Oh my God, there's a literacy crisis, brother. So cooked.
Cover from this. Let's be honest, the real punishment is Hasan will bring this up every chance he gets.
He also continues to glaze Destiny at the end of the video.
Destiny and I were not friends. However, I have a lot of respect for him. He's the only major creator in the political space that I've covered that actually looks stuff up, reads first-hand information, and directly engages with his critics.
And remember, all this glazing and whataboutism is taking place in a video that's supposed to be a confrontation about Destiny's crimes. But despite Willie's constant bragging about his superior journalism,
I was the only one that reached out to everyone involved in this story.
he included almost no information from the one person who actually accused Destiny of anything criminal. Another one of Willie's common attacks on Hasan is that he deflects from criticism.
Hasan loves to push the narrative to his audience that
Yeah, I'm still waiting on the results of that police report by Cherry, okay? Cherry claims that Destiny was secretly recording moans and shit. I want details. I want a follow-up. Are you just gonna let her go without any follow-up? Just let her carry on with that narrative? Also, it's really gross. It is really gross to think that somebody like Cherry could just simply make allegations like that and then exit the space and then have J-Still protect her name, right? After she has left the space. I don't think people like that deserve any protection. I don't think people like that deserve any protection. If you're somebody who levies allegations and you don't do any follow-up to the allegations, you just smear Destiny and then you just exit the space, I think you're a piece of shit. I think you're a piece of shit and I think you're a coward. And you're a detriment to all of humanity.
all criticism made towards him is invalid.
But listen to how Willie responds when he's confronted about his mistakes in his coverage of Destiny.
I think you didn't include the part where Jerry is saying that he is harassing her publicly. And
all right, link me your tweet right now. That's the thing with all the information.
I don't know if there's like an archival tweet for this, but there were tweets about it. Right?
You can't look at more than one tweet. Like, you can't do that. Look at more than one tweet, Willie.
Yeah, I think I just didn't want to go down this fucking rabbit hole. I'm just sticking to the main story here.
You know, I think that's part of the main story.
Yeah, there's a time where I need to cut off the video. I can't research shit forever.
So why would you regurgitate his false narratives?
I literally just read his statement. I didn't say if they were true or not. I don't know if they're true or not.
You could have messaged me, then multiple people even could have clarified.
Is the video about Kelly Jean? No, it's not about fucking Kelly Jean.
You just asked a misinformation example. I gave you one, you bitch.
Well, it's I don't. You're like nitpicking me, and I just have to draw a line at some point where it's like this criticism I don't think is valid.
So Willie's perfectly fine to puff out his chest about his integrity and accuracy and research, but the second he's challenged about his process failing him, he immediately retreats to things like, all I did was read off the misinformation, or, well, I can't do research forever. Things that I'm sure he would definitely let Hasan get away with.
So it wasn't a thoughtful commentary. It's him having an emotional outburst instead of engaging with why Dan is wrong, and then avoiding accountability when he gets criticized.
It's really funny that Kilo says this, even though the snarkers keep on pivoting every single time they get confronted on an issue and they know they cannot beat the point. But hey, you know, snarkers gotta snark, right?
He does this with everybody when the conversation gets slightly complex.
But Willie's total lopsidedness when it comes to talking about Destiny came to a head when he had his personal information doxed by Banna Banana. Destiny quote tweeted someone talking about the dox to publicly condemn Banna Banana, which prompted some people to point out Destiny's glaring hypocrisy, as he is a proud open doxer himself. When J-Stock retweeted one of these.
Yeah, this is, by the way, when I talk about the way that they try to simulate grassroots movements about something picking up traction naturally, this is what I'm talking about. The way that the snarkers do things is that they will always post their new tweets and they will always post their new shit into their own private servers or servers that is otherwise inaccessible to the public, or maybe sometimes they just actually just post it straight out in the public, like in Spicy Chat, right? So they'll post that kind of shit out in the public so then everybody else can like and retweet it. So then when somebody like Kilo gets to use it for like a video or something, Kilo gets to present it as like natural grassroots critique of Willie Mack in this specific case, right? Or Destiny, right? That's the way that they do things. Is, oh, look at all these people. Look at all these people who are not me, right? Kilo's going, look at all these people who are not me and not from my audience. But all of these people are in collusion to do the same thing. Yeah?
Criticisms. It completely broke Willie Mack's brain. He immediately started attacking J-Stock for spreading his docs, conveniently glossing over the fact that Destiny was the one who originally retweeted it and to like 60 times more.
I don't know what happened here because I had pulled out of this stuff, but wasn't he like...
No, I mean, he says pull out of this stuff, but dude, you only pulled out because you keep on getting embarrassed by Destiny on debate panels because people said that they would rather hear Destiny give the answer to a question, Casey Tron specifically, by the way, rather than listen to Hasan trying to explain an issue, but never successfully doing it. Hence why, remember, the reason why Hasan backed out of that space is because he is bad at debating. And you can't really be in that space unless like you can actually challenge people to debates. And Hasan is like allergic to shit like that because he's very insecure about his own intelligence. So yeah.
I don't know if this is a dox or not, but didn't he get married to someone who served in the IDF? Am I crazy? Like, didn't he? Because he went, and I totally genuinely thought for the longest time that he had no like clue about Israel was.
So he has these opinions because he married someone from the IDF, or could his ideas and critiques of Hasan exist in the vacuum if you never found that out, right? What a very convenient way to smear him, right? Because you have to keep in mind the marriage ceremony information is also part of the doxed information about Willie Mack. When Willie Mack got doxed, that was what was doxed. What was doxed specifically about him was the marriage ceremony thing. And that's how they found that out. Isn't this technically Hasan drawing closer attention to someone who is offline? Interesting, right? Pretty interesting. Also, not only that, at least Willie Mack got married. At least Willie Mack got married. Hasan is about the same age of Willie Mack. and he's still acting like a playboy. He's not even public about his relationships because he wants to continue receiving news from underage girls. Where exactly is the bragging here? Where exactly is the defense here?
And he was just doing this simply because
makes you think.
Because like, you know, his cult leader, he was like attacking me, so he was farming.
Ask yourself this question, okay? Do you think Hasan would get more nudes or less nudes if he made the fact that he was in a relationship with Valkyrie public? Less or more? Less, right? He would still get tons, but less for sure, because that's a lot less people willing to hit on him. Yeah.
Whatever information you can get from that subreddit, because it's the easiest way to just like slam stuff from that subreddit and receive 500K views instantly. She's Israeli, but no evidence she was in the IDF. He went on a trip to Israel in October 2025. Oh my God.
But when people pointed out how nonsensical this was, Willie doubled down, claiming that he wasn't mad at Destiny because Destiny was defending him. But JStock and Dickers, these guys weren't not defending Willie. In a way, they were actually kind of criticizing doxing in general. After some more back and forth, eventually Willie just responded with, "All right, everyone, post my docs because Destiny has you all." Willie persisted with this absolutely incoherent take by releasing a video on the topic a couple weeks later.
At this point, my docs has already spread.
Wait, why did he say Hasan tried to dox my wedding? Wait, what did I do? Wait, I doxed his wedding? Hasan and his criminal friend doxed and tried to ruin my wedding?
Well, yeah, you're trying to draw attention to it. Also, by the way, I like how Hasan acts. He acts like he is discovering this information for the first time. I guarantee you, this guy was there on day 1, hour 1. Yeah, like 100%. I like how he's acting as if he's discovering this for the first time when all of this stuff has been out for many months. And he probably knew from like hour 1 of it happening, you know.
It's over. England penalty. It's important you receive strays, but like, what did I do? Also, is it coming home? Did England miss? Not a pen! Must not assist it replay, for fuck's sake!
With this absolutely incoherent take by releasing a video on the topic a couple weeks later.
At this point, my docs has already spread. The toothpaste is out of the bottle. What bothered me most in this moment was the narrative that I deserved.
Nobody said that.
We're like, why are you mad at Destiny? He quote tweeted your docs too.
Why aren't you mad at Destiny himself?
Destiny is defending my already viral docs. It's already in the hands of all the people who hate me. We're acting like context and scale don't matter.
I don't even know how to analyze this. Destiny tweeting about Willie's docs is the largest in scale it would ever go.
Well, you don't know how to analyze it because he's just right. That's the entire point. Lonerbox has said this. Every single person who has gotten doxxed in the space has said it. Is that at some point, there's no reason to keep doxed information private all that much, and to restrict people who are your friends, who are actually on your side, from talking about it. Because at that point, the way that doxes work is that if someone is doxing you, that doxed information will reach your enemies first, because your enemies are incessant about destroying you. They will receive that information first. So what exactly is the point of keeping the people who defend you away from that information? You're only restricting your own defenders, right? Because a reality in which you don't talk about it and you go, okay, well, I'm not going to confirm the docs or whatever. Well, now your friends and your defenders are unable to talk about it all that much without fear of the fact that, oh yeah, this is actually his real docs or whatever, right? Because again, all the snurkers will just paint it as, oh, but you're confirming it, but you're confirming it, but you're confirming and spreading it. Right?
In the context of other people talking about it had nothing to do with doxing Willie. If it was already viral and everyone knew about it, then what the fuck is he complaining about? I mean it when I say this video was one of the most egregiously horrible pieces of content I've ever seen. It makes no sense, it's filled with misunderstandings of basic social concepts, and it contains completely unsubstantiated claims. In the video, he completely falsely attempts to implicate Queenman as somehow being responsible for—
Wait, you're so pathetic. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is this slop, bruh? I'm pathetic? Wait, what? Why? I'm learning about all these people that have fucking made millions of dollars just lying about my name, dude. And how they've like fucked themselves over in the same timeline for some reason.
The origin of his docs.
The truth is, Bad Up did not originate my docs. He maliciously spread it everywhere, but my docs originated on a niche forum by this guy's—
He gets one guy so easily. It's so funny.
Unhinged viewers.
And yes, this completely made up narrative that Willie uncritically accepts came from, you guessed it, Destiny.
Guarantee Destiny told Willie Mack that a Queenman fan doxed him, and he believed it uncritically. I might have said that. Let's see what I said exactly. So I sent him a message on July 21st. I said, no clue how to be on these communities, all this stuff. You have all the Kiwi friends amplifying such as well and stuff like this. The Queenman's a shit crowd. I'll work together with them inside Discords and stuff. Be careful, matey.
Willie actually has no reason at all to believe his docs originated with Queenman or JStock's communities.
No penalty! No pin for England! No fucking pin for England! Football still might be coming home! Pin got Vard!
He's so funny, guys.
Damn you, Benjamin Netanyahu!
Dude. Really? Really?
You don't know it. Come on, Haaland.
Docs has been known since years before either of them even started streaming. Maybe you should talk to your buddy Donnie C about that one, Willie.
Yeah, why not? I thought it'd be weird. I like your camera.
Willie's actually shown a propensity for pushing false stories about his enemies. He recently suggested on Twitter that Hasan was some kind of degenerate furry because years ago he had commented on someone's DeviantArt profile who had favorited some furry-related images. The only problem is those images weren't favorited on that account until 10 years after Hasan.
Yeah, and you can see that Kilo is also using substance, right? Just keep in mind, every single person whose opinion that Kilo is basically parroting here is people from within the anti-Destiny Snark network, right? But any layman who watches this video, they will think that these people are just like random people that validate Kilo's viewpoint, right? When in actuality, in the background, these people are all in cahoots. Yeah. Like, for example, I think so far there hasn't even been one person that is not from Kilo's Snark group. There's not one person. Like, can you name a name, right? The people whose opinions are being promoted here and whose channels are getting shout out, right, are Queeman, J Stelk, Substance, Mrao, Dickers, whatever, right? It's everybody who has a vested interest to keep on covering for one another, yeah?
Comments. Even the account that Willie was replying to deleted their original tweet, but Willie will just leave his up, and he'll ignore all the people
Just keep in mind. Also, Chronic Sonic is another one.
telling him that he's wrong. But he
You realize the account is not commented on, didn't even post the stuff, right? They only added those furry posts to their favorite 10 years later.
will reply to and agree with people implying that his son is dog. Once you see enough things like this, it gets pretty hard to keep giving Willie Mac the benefit of the doubt. I used to just think he was a little dishonestly biased against Hasan and in favor of Destiny and Ethan, but his constant moronic behavior eventually made me realize that the problem isn't just a bias. We're talking about a fundamental lack of critical thought. Case in point, remember the comparison between Hasan and a literal Nazi in Ethan's filings for the copyright lawsuits? Denim sort of jokingly posed with this page to promote her OnlyFans. Obviously her way of kind of making fun of the ridiculousness of the complaints, while also trying to raise money for her defense. Willie, though, just has no idea what's going on, and instead tries to make it some anti-Semitic thing about Denim's posing with Hitler, and then when people try to explain to him what's happening, he again doubles down, just completely missing the point. Nope.
Dude, this type of behavior is so fucking annoying. It's just like every time you're just wrong, you double down. And you're like, well, it's kind of your fault that I was wrong, don't you think? No.
What? Isn't this what Hasan literally does? Do you guys remember? Oh my god. Do you guys remember Hasan and the October 7 essays? The shit that happened? You guys remember that? Bro, he kept on doubling down on that. It's like one of the most stupid, it's one of the stupidest things, because you can argue that, oh yeah, because I don't even think Hasan disagrees that what Hamas did was wrong. Like, he still thinks that they've done something wrong, but oh, the resistance is not perfect type shit, right? But that's just something that is completely indefensible. It's better for you to just simply say, well, it's better. It's still worth it, right? You can say, well, it happened, but it's worth it, instead of just endlessly trying to cover for it, even though there's like countless eyewitness testimonies. Instead, he actually wants the videos of the Israeli woman getting essayed, like, yeah, getting cherried.
It's not.
Jesus.
It's actually your fault that you're wrong. No one else is. God damn, man. What the fuck's wrong with you guys? And it's like they're too stupid to recognize it too. They're too fucking dumb to recognize it. They're just wrong all the time.
No idea what's going on around him. This isn't your run-of-the-mill, someone has an agenda or a bias that affects their content. The only explanation for this level of incompetence is that this guy isn't just dishonest. He's got like some type of disability.
Yeah, Willie Mac's slow.
Willie Mac's built a lot of his credibility on criticizing people like Hasan for misinformation, poor journalism, and irresponsibility.
You really got him, dude. Willie Mac slow. Yep. You really got him, man.
Meanwhile, he'll
That
reflexively
was your best nickname yet, I guess.
spread false narratives about other creators, kind of serious ones like revenge.
I can't believe, why are you giving him any credibility?
Again, promoting Queeman, right? Queeman is within the network. Keep in mind, okay, every single face that Kilo appears on screen with, or promotes or endorses as a correct idea, right? Yeah.
He did not build any credibility.
And is Jay selling Jerry stuff yet, or not there?
Dumber than he is somehow. Oh my lord. I work with serious journalists. What are we talking about? Oh my god.
Huh? Was that sarcastic or what? Like,
this is the problem. I have my feet.
Just by the way, everybody who is at Hasan's size, like by the time you make it to like YouTube royalty size, working with journalists becomes more and more common. Okay, this isn't exactly a bragging point. By size alone, you're probably going to be working with journalists whenever they report on you, right? I wouldn't doubt it if you have journalists in the background contacting Destiny all the time, or Vosh all the time, or Hasan all the time. Just size alone, people are going to be contacting you. This isn't exactly a point where it's like, oh, I work with journalists. What the fuck? What the fuck does that mean? It means nothing, right?
In both of these universes.
Also, by the way, by Hasan talking about, oh yeah, I'm working with journalists, he means like interviewing the fucking Yemenis, fucking Houthi kid, propaganda kid. Yeah.
One hand, I'm working with reputable investigative reporters, serious outlets. I'm dealing with political campaigns and shit like that. But also on the other hand, I'm on Twitch, right? And as someone who is on Twitch.tv, I get in the fucking mud sometimes and wrestle with the pigs. The problem is, the pigs love the mud. They love the shit. They love the mud. They revel in it. They live in it. And therefore, unfortunately, the audience for these fucking pigs turn around and eat up that slop when it's a dumb fucking moron.
Good one.
Now I'm beginning to realize where all of this fucking insane shit comes from.
Mm-hmm. Where
You should
does it
leave the
come
streamer shit
from?
completely or more effective on the ground. No, this is no. I get.
Oh no, you don't understand. I love streaming so much, even though it's so difficult. You don't understand. I have to do it for my people. I have to do it for Mother Russia. Okay, I have to listen. Okay, you don't understand. I can't give up my journal my fucking streaming shit. I can't do it because I have to do it. I have to do it for us. Okay, I have to do it for the Palestinian people. Okay.
I should be able to continue doing both because this is where a lot of people are. And if I wasn't here, I wouldn't have been able to get a lot of people out of this like weird fucking drama slop induced misinformation pipeline that forces them to go right wing. They don't care. They love the drama. I know, but maybe on, you know,
Well, Hasan's crowd also loves the drama. Why the fuck would they snark on Ethan Klein then?
mere accident through that fucking drama.
Why even like for example, why the fuck would you even gossip? why the fuck would you even gossip about his kids then, right?
They end up learning a thing or two.
Silly point.
Okay, I just see these guys as like making my job far harder than it should be. I found you because the DNC kicked you out, but I had been hearing shit about you for years, just like drama shit. And it's wild to think how much people I knew just talk shit about you with no actual knowledge of you. I know it's because of fucking.
Okay, how much did you pay that chatter, Hasan?
Well, not this guy, but dumb fucks like.
Because I feel like it's always the other way around. I feel like it's never the direction where they go to Hasan. It's always Hasan fans who discovered that Hasan is actually a dishonest liar, and then they would go on to distance themselves away from Hasan. That's usually the pattern that I see. I never really see a pattern where it's like, okay, well, I'm a Destiny fan, but then I realized that Destiny was lying about Hasan this entire time. I never see that. I never see that in all my time. In all my time, I never see that. It's always Hasan fans discovering that he's a Weasley little liar, right? Yeah.
Dumb fucks like Willie Maxlow and all these other fucking people have just like generated so much fake controversy by just simply lying about what I do.
Without verifying them. But when it's people he likes that are accused of serious things, he'll functionally run cover for them. But he has to do things that way.
Wait, really? The fucking dude, I can't believe the nickname, the mean nickname that Hasan chooses for Willie Mac is Willie Mac Slow because it rhymes with Willie Mac Show. It just feels like you're trying too hard. It's funny. It's funny only in the sense that you're trying too hard, okay? That's why it's funny, but not for it's not funny for the reasons that you think it is, okay? Yeah.
Because that's been his brand for a long time now. He is the blue-collar commentary YouTuber that catches normal people up on how awesome Ethan and Destiny are and how terrible Hasan is. And he's too gullible to question what people tell him, too stupid to understand when he's being lied to, and too compromised to.
Bro, has Hasan ever done anything blue collar in his life, or is he the one that hires blue collar workers instead?
For himself. Willie's friend Nicholas Diorio put it best.
Willie's not like internet people. He's not terminally online. He's just like some fucking guy who makes commentary videos.
You see, Willie's just your everyday working man. He's just the most simple, dull, unexceptional guy you could think of. He's like the most normal guy ever, which is kind of the problem. Willie Mac Show gets the literal most normal guy ever award.
Yeah, I think he's just stupid.
The worst thing that I've ever done is call someone fat.
You know what? That's probably, listen, okay? Calling Willie Mac Show, dude, if you say that Willie Mac Show is the most normal guy ever, I would, listen, okay? I would gladly take that title, okay? I would gladly take that title. Compared to the average, like, online sleuth, yeah, I'm good, man.
Call someone a whore and then said, kill yourself to a chatter. And I am one of the
hi,
most
Stumbling.
punished people on the internet. And you have people...
Down! Ah! Kuman had been defending you from the perspective of not being a fan at all, just honest commentary to point out the contradictions. Yeah, I think like the other side of this issue is that I don't know.
Wait, who's the one who said that? Noon Mail. Okay, don't recognize it.
Kuman had been defending you from the perspective of not being a fan at all, just honest commentary to point out the contradictions. Yeah, I think like the other side of this issue is that I don't know how much, like how well-read Kilotonics is or what their political worldview is, right? The other problem is like, I know that my worldview is not exactly commonplace, especially in American society, right? Like not only do you have to
Motherfucker, people don't even know who you are, okay? Much less know about your takes, okay? Forget about it.
Develop a different understanding of the way that you see countries, foreign countries, and the people that live in them. You have to see them as human beings. You have to obviously overcome lifelong social conditioning that told you that America has to be the world police. Like combating American exceptionalism is no easy feat, right? So from my perspective, I mean, yeah, these guys are arguing about.
Oh man, I would say that America at least does a better job than the USSR, okay? The USSR falling isn't exactly because of, American sabotage or anything like that. I mean, like, Chernobyl kind of started to spiral down, right?
How it's almost like a no-you situation or a buy-your-logic situation for many of these content creators. But like most of the things that Willie Mac Slow and all these other people fucking churn out as fuck us on propaganda is also just wrong, right? It's just not right. It's just completely wrong. Like it's unsubstantiated. It is either totally from, it's coming totally from a biased right-wing framework half the time.
It's onto human beings, you just give up, you have no cards. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, didn't he? Oh, he also said like Crimea River, right? Great stuff. Like this is the person that the snarkers are defending all the time, okay? And by the way, just so you guys know, Queeman is a liberal. I'm pretty sure he's just a liberal. If you're a liberal, you would be staunchly anti-Hasan, okay? Without a shadow of a doubt, this guy is dishonest. All of these people are dishonest freaks. Yeah, because I'm gonna say it again. Okay, if you're truly a liberal, you would be anti-Hasan. Okay, that's just the fact.
Or it's just made up, right? Completely fucking made up.
On the internet, calling for the death of people online and falsely calling people.
John Robert Robertson, also known as Tectone, is a popular 32-year-old gaming streamer with well over 1 million subscribers. He became popular through streaming the gacha game category, which is another way of saying that he teaches young people how to become addicted to gambling.
Please, just one more. One more orange. I'll do one more. Okay, I'll do one more. Oh, booyah! Yes!
After building a following, Tectone gradually transitioned into other genres, like Souls-like games. But present day, a lot of his content focus seems to be on effectively farming parasocial attachment from his audience.
I love my chat. I love my community. I love you. Yo, chat, real quick. In y'all's opinion.
Tectone recently stepped away from streaming, and for a while now, he's been almost exclusively posting rant videos and trauma dumps. For Tectone,
I'm not going to defend Tectone. Tectone is probably one of the only people on the planet in the streaming space worse than Hasan. But Hasan still causes more harm because Hasan is just simply a bigger content creator. Just by the fact that Hasan is literally a leftist propagandist, just by the fact that he's a leftist propagandist, he causes more harm because this is like what he's trying to do, right? But overall, in terms of like personal evil, I would probably say that Tectone is worse. Yes. Yeah.
These videos are the place where he gets to write the narrative about himself. He wants to position himself in the eyes of his audience as the good guy of the internet who stands up to all the evil people and liars online.
And that's why so many people are preying on my downfall, because so many motherfuckers are going to try to reemerge in their grave when they think.
Okay, I'm not going to defend Tectone. I'm good. Also, Tectone is also always like fucking molding about me as well. There was this one time where he subtweeted me without actually bringing up my name, and it was like, it's like, how do you even know? It was like a fucking 800 view video.
Since the DOG cannot
and welcome them in his community.
I don't care about. Nah, I'm not going to defend this motherfucker either. Okay, I'm good. I'm not going to defend either one of them.
Mudahar fell apart. A little over a year ago, Hasan was reacting to a YouTube.
Nuxtaku, listen, okay, Nuxtaku and Tectone can suck it, okay, for real. Uh-oh, Dan Saltman, here we go. He also jokes about Crimea belonging to Turks, which is definitely something you do when you care about geopolitics. I don't even get that. Is that some kind of like fucking far right-wing talking point? That because that sounds like a far right-wing talking point to me. That Crimea belongs to the Turks or some shit. Like, I don't know, man. Because the Turks aren't the Turks like infamously imperialist? Aren't they like very infamously imperialist? And they genocided a lot of people and got away with it? Or am I wrong here?
Argument that because Sabra is an Israeli brand, that this panel was ranked.
Oh yeah, the Armenians, right? The Armenians and the Greeks, right?
People from Arab to Jew and was therefore racist. But Sabra is also just the most basic mass market hummus you can buy anywhere. Hummus is a core Arab dish. To Arabs who take pride in their culture, love Sabra just represents cultural disconnection, not Israel or Jewishness. The panel wasn't even saying it's better to be Arab or anything. Was this idea for a panel maybe controversial? No, not really. I have a hard time getting on board with being genuinely upset about this, but the nonsensical outrage about it worked, particularly for liars.
Twitch.tv allowed them to do an Arab to Jew tier list. Twitch needs to take responsibility that they had a fucking racial tier list. The tier list goes from Arab to Jew, and they use like hummus as a stand-in for Jew.
The noise that Ethan and Dan generated.
Bro, dude. How? By the way, just so you guys know, okay? Hasan is literally somebody who brags about how he can tell right-wing dog whistles, okay? Just so you know what kind of person Hasan is in his early days when he still had a bridge with Steven, the kind of shit that he said was, oh yeah, I can tell when someone is a right-winger because of the dog whistles that they use. So it just seems kind of funny that now he's playing dumb about these same dog whistles. You know what I mean? You get me?
About this panel led to the ADL stepping.
Oh, Turkic people? Yeah.
And pressuring Twitch to take action. And
oh, wait, hold on. Also, don't the Turks also fucking despise the Kurds and they would genocide them too? Or in the ongoing genocide or some shit? Or am I misremembering? Because I'm pretty sure these people are like fucking deranged. Like, the fucking Turks. Turks are fucking deranged, bro.
It got 30-day bans as a result.
Which was double the length that Asmongold received for saying Palestinians are an inferior culture that deserve to be genocided while the genocide.
Bro, Hasan, you got a fucking 1-day ban slap on the wrist for most shit. It's just, what the fuck are you on about, bro? Dude, you're doing great. Oh, thank you, James. I hope that the mail job is going great. Oh.
Was ongoing. Asmongold received 14 days.
Hopefully your supervisors and customers aren't harassing you all too much, okay?
For that. A lot of people were very offended by it. A lot of people were very mad he got banned at all. Most people celebrated that he was going to become a better person after this. Oh my God, this fucking nasty little pervert, this nasty little racist ended up cleaning his house, shit like that, okay? Everyone celebrated it. Meanwhile, everyone celebrated this ban. A ban that got pushed by the ADL, which is Israel's own attack dog, the Apartheid Defense League. The ADL, which gamers normally fucking hate, including Asmongold, right? Because they were coming after Steam for a while. All of a sudden was the hero in this story. These guys don't give a shit about anything.
Which was kind of ridiculous, but this is essentially what most of Dan and Ethan's war against Twitch consisted of.
Point is saying Crimean Tatars are Turkish, not Turkic, is a weird monkey wrench to throw into your analysis when nobody's talking about Crimea becoming part of Turkey. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yes. You know what's so funny? It's like no one would ever defend Englishmen from saying like, oh yeah, India still belongs to the British, right? Nobody would ever defend that, but like we have like fucking obscure racism here and obscure fucking right wing nationalism and extremism spouted on by Hasan Piker. Yeah, he's. By the way, my narrative personally is that Hasan himself is just a right winger. He's just a Republican. That's it. He's just a Republican. That's my opinion. But,
misunderstandings, bad examples, or even outright lies, like using a completely fake, doctored screenshot of an anti-Semitic meme on Twitch's front page. Or if you go to Dan's website and you take a look at the examples of anti-Semitic chat messages from Hasan's community, it's actually laughable. In fact, I challenge anyone watching this video to go comb through Dan's website and try to find me one genuinely racist comment. I legitimately couldn't do it. I'm sure you could probably find real examples.
What the fuck are you talking about? Literally, the Sabra thing alone is enough. Dude, Kilo, guys, oh my god. If you're personal friends with Kilo, message him and say, why is the Sabra thing not a fucking racist dog whistle for Jewish people and Israeli people? Because it 100% is. Like literally, I just came off one from the top of my head. Sabra, yeah. That was a racist dog whistle for them. You don't understand. It's just mid hummus. Okay, dude. Good one. Okay.
Of creators or chatters being anti-Semitic on Twitch, just like many other forms of hate. But if this were a real, actual systemic issue.
Also, by the way, okay, coming up with endless conspiracy theories about Jews banding together to take down Hasan, right? And then framing Jews instead as Israelis, right, is totally not anti-Semitic. Totally not anti-Semitic to imply that a bunch of Jews are making a conspiracy cabal together in order to take you down, okay, because Israel.
Twitch. Why would these guys need to lie about it? But with the help of the ADL, their campaign actually worked, and Twitch experienced a notable decline in overall ad revenue, which did adversely impact some streamers who don't even have anything to do with politics. And despite how fake this whole anti-Semitism thing was, Dan even went so far as making threatening comments towards the families of Dan Clancy and other Twitch employees.
They don't sleep good at night knowing that I'm downloading every Facebook comment that you've made, and I've basically downloaded every comment you made everywhere.
Sabra means born in Israel? Yeah,
kids,
sure.
Literally everything. Downloading it all and use it all against them.
The quote from you was something like you have to go after the people they care about.
So I have a list of all.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Kid Not Can is now more snarker adjacent. Fuck. Because there used to be a time in the past, because Kid Not Can was Reserveir's close streamer friend before, but then 3 years have passed, and I think that they have separated now. But just so you know, Kid Not Can is like snarker adjacent, I think, and he's at least Kid Not Can is like very good friends with Preston Sunday, I think. And Kid Not Can was previously a Destiny fan. These people are just the hogwashes, dude. These people are just cringe losers. There's not much more to talk about. Guys, the fact that I know any lore about Kid Not Kin is a miracle because he only polls like at max 100 people. Okay. I don't even want to talk about Kid Not Kin. Okay. That motherfucker is irrelevant and he's a loser. And the only reason why I might ever say anything good about him is previously I had a friend who worked for Kid Not Kin before. That's the only reason. Okay. But other than that, I'm good. Okay. I am Gucci. All right.
The employees in trust and safety, and half of them hide, no profiles, no nothing. I hope I don't have to go to this direction. Sometimes there are people and you can't get to them, no matter what level of insane targeting you do to them, no matter how autistic you are with the websites that you set up and everything else, they just don't care.
It's so funny that this guy and Epstein unironically still to this day are like, why are we not unbanned by Twitch? I don't know. Maybe because you literally, actively, openly admitted to stalking and trying to dox members of the Trust and Safety Committee on the fucking platform.
Wait, what the fuck are you talking about, Hasan? You literally go and dox fucking Progressive Victory. You listed Dylan Burns' fucking email address and whatever, right? Full name obviously doesn't count because you know his full name is out there, but like you've essentially doxed the entirety of Destiny's Orbit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You're so cringe.
On your goddamn live stream.
Fuck me.
That's why we call him Dan Stalkman. This guy's like 60 fucking years old, by the way. And the craziest thing is,
good one.
You know what happened at some point? I don't want to get into it too much, but like he has a fucking wife and children too. So people obviously, not from my community, mind you, I've never brought this shit up, but people started fucking doing the same thing to him. All of a sudden, his attitude changed dramatically.
Oh, not from your community. Okay, whose community is it from? I'm actually really curious. Whose community is it from? Because I think that Hasan knows the answer, but he's just too afraid to say it because it would just simply make Kilo look bad, right? And you know, he's currently watching his video, but I think he knows. He knows, right? The community that stalking, calling his wife comes from is the anti-Destiny snarkers. The anti-Destiny snarkers, okay? Kilo's community. It's Kilo's community that called up Dan's wife at work, okay? Hey, you know, I only tell the truth, okay? What happened to Dylan Burns? Does he even still? Yeah, he does. He posts, he still streams, he still makes videos, and he seems to be enjoying life despite the fact that he's risking his life out there doing stuff on the Ukraine front, which is pretty cool. I think he's a totally radically cool person for doing that, honestly. I think that what he is doing is totally underrated, and I think that more people should give Dylan Burns more clout and attention because I think that Dylan Burns is somebody who who's doing it out of principle at this point. There's no way he's doing it for clout. Yeah.
I don't think that's an appropriate thing to do, by the way, but I am finding a little bit of irony in the way that he was making random people feel terrified. Random people that work at a company that he just doesn't like, okay? Like, you're a fucking content creator. And for the record, before people go, oh, you just brought it up? You just brought it up? Dude, 56-month subscriber, eat this fucking ban. This guy literally fucking had a doxing server for my entire family, okay? This guy literally operates a doxing server for my entire family. He is a serial and notorious doxer.
Good one.
The
You
fuck
got
are we
him.
doing? We
You
have
got
to
him,
get back
dude.
to a
You got
normal
him.
place on the internet where we can't just like mass harass, mass stalk, mass dox people and their family members and the individuals in their lives, okay? We can't be doing this shit.
Yeah, we can't do it.
I don't participate in it.
Not good.
I wish he would stop
good,
participating
chat.
in it.
Then you have to start going to the people that they care about, and then they start caring. Yeah, you got to be a little bit unhinged to go against a $50 billion company as one person.
And I say back to, and the reason why I say back to is because this kind of stuff was always happening, right? This kind of stuff was always happening on the internet. It just was happening.
Wait, is Kilo using Kidnakin to wait? Okay, never mind. I can't tell whether or not Kilo is like painting Kidnakin in a good light or a bad light. I don't know.
You know, in the deepest, darkest pits online, okay? People like Dan Stalkman, people like Epstein, they organize it and they turn it into content.
Whoa.
They
That's
take,
crazy,
hey,
dude.
thank you, Phoenix Emoji, for the 56.
By the way, that is just literally what the snarkers do, okay? The snarkers literally turn snarky into content, but hey, what can I say? Hey, listen, okay? Where there's a push, there's a pull, all right? So I gotta do it to you back, motherfucker. Hell yeah.
In honor of that 156-month chatter that just got fucking yeeted.
Wherever snarking is in this world, you better bet your ass I'm there, okay? All right? I am justice. I am vengeance.
Off the face of the earth. Anyway, I personally find it hilarious that the Pest would have probably been unbanned but for their stalking and slander ops against the platform CEO and employees. Yeah, most likely. He cried when people called their workplace while he literally brags about calling random viewers jobs to complain about them. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy to me that this guy...
Just so you know, okay, the person that he called the workplace of and called the wife of is somebody else who has doxed him first, okay? So, I believe it's Gado Fumador, specifically Hasan Dickwriter, who has doxed Dan's information, LinkedIn information. Even though that shit is public, I just want to say that if you're posting his LinkedIn, it's very clear that you're posting it maliciously, especially if Dan is your enemy, right? So instead, Dan would then go out of his way to call up his wife, which is fucking hello. I'm not going to say anything, okay? Never mind, okay? I do not endorse harassment, okay? I don't endorse harassment. I'm against it, okay? I would never advocate for it, okay?
Thought that, like, what?
Hasan is also a lore master. The only reason why Hasan is a lore master is because he secretly follows this space, like, incessantly. Is that Hasan probably has watched several of my streams at least, okay? Hasan probably watches several of my streams at least. He probably shows up for every single Aiden stream, for every single Mrao stream in the background. 100%. Because there's no other explanation for this guy's, like, knowledge of things when it comes to the specifics of this space.
Goes around would never come back around to him.
There's no other explainers, like, yeah.
Wait, I missed it. Why did they get yeeted? I was literally talking about, yeah, no, here, this is the fucking Discord server that they have with like openly being like, what's his dad do?
Like, for example, I think Hasan follows people like Substance, right? I think if you check Substance's follow list, I think that Hasan follows Substance, right? Never mind. I don't think Hasan follows Substance, but Hasan's like fucking Twitter TL is literally just straight up all snarker slop. It's all snarker slop and IVP slop. So Substance gets brought up anyway. This is why, like, he does interact with Substance tweets and shit. That happens anyway.
Do whatever, all this shit. They found books that my dad wrote. It's the limited free version in Turkish, but maybe something could be extracted from this. Good shit. Step 1, confirm it's his dad. Step 2, answer the question, who is his dad? This is Dan Stalkman's stalking server that he created specifically for my fucking family, dude. Okay? They're probably watching this shit right now.
I mean, do you deserve it though? I think you do. If you're, listen, okay? The way that I view Hasan is the same way I would view an enemy of the United States, okay? Hasan, to me, at the very least, is an enemy of the United States, okay? He's a fucking traitor. He's a traitor. And yeah, like, I'm pretty sure his dad is famous. His dad is like a famous Turkish nationalist. The fuck? I'm not gonna feel bad for you. Fuck off.
The difference though, is that in the past, stuff like this would be in Kiwi farms, right?
Oh.
They would...
Hey, by the way, just saying, this is a Destiny talking point, all right? So it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that that Hasan is like essentially picking up Destiny's talking points, all right? Because Steven would literally be, dude, it's every single time, it's always Steven saying the first thing. It's always Steven saying like, oh, well, back in the day, all of this stuff would only exist on Kiwi farms. If they're allowed to stalk me, then fine, okay? But like, but now it seems like people like Queeman and blah, blah, blah are like now quote trading. Like, this is literally like a Destiny talking point, but it just seems like Hasan cannot come come up with his own fucking talking points. So instead, Hasan has to be like the literal, like fucking biggest DGer out there. Okay, in my opinion, but
people would get together on 4chan to try.
Also, yeah, that's true. You can't just call your enemy's mom a gusano. Yes, exactly. So fucking stupid, bro. These people are so fucking retarded. Give me a break.
I'd do this on Kiwi Farms, all these other places, right? There's never been a serialized version of this kind of like A-logging and mass server stalking operations that people monetize. That's what I mean.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right. It's just a copy and paste.
Is
Okay.
new. That's what I'm talking about when I say like this is a whole new level of depravity.
Yeah? Uh-huh. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They took over a subreddit, LSF, if you recall. They got bots on Twitter. They brigade fucking subreddits all the goddamn time. It's crazy.
It's crazy, guys. It's so crazy.
Politics, wow, that's insanity. There's no reason for that. They should go to jail. Yeah. I mean, the law hasn't caught up to this kind of behavior. The law hasn't caught up to this kind of behavior. But yes, of course, it's illegal, and it will be illegal in the future for sure.
Sending a nicely worded email to a support ticket is not going to usually have the effect you need.
Those vaguely threatening comments of multiple websites collating people's personal information, that stuff all led to his account being banned from Twitch for harassment, obviously, which he then tried to spin into Twitch wanting to silence him. Okay, man. But with him failing to cause Dan Clancy to lose his job and losing multiple bets in the process, Dan Sullivan dropped the act and turned his focus to what this was really all about, which was Hasan Piker. Dan is so maniacally obsessed with Hasan that he winds up becoming involved in almost every single front in the war against him. If you're a somewhat notable online figure who publicly voices criticism towards Hasan, even if you're an unintelligent slop tuber or somebody he's completely politically opposed to, you will hear from Dan Sullivan wanting to be best friends. He's done shows or had plans for them with almost all of the creators in this video, which often may fall through because Dan's dishonesty is so blatant that even notorious liars like Nicholas Fiorio can't come up with ways to defend it.
But isn't that the good thing about Dan? Like, dude, it's not like he hides any of his shit. I thought that was one of the best parts about Dan, is that at least when it comes to Dan, you know exactly who you're dealing with. Yeah. Just so you guys know, okay, like these people complain all the time about these people doing shadow conspiracies and background operations and shit, right? But then the moment that somebody is actually out in the open, they still complain about it. It's like, can't you at least praise him for like doing all this shit out in the open? So stupid. Did you see that Hasan offered to show dick pics to help lefties get elected? What? Excuse me? Right? Ain't nobody want to see that nasty shit. Get that shit out of my face. The fuck?
Everyone does all the time, nonstop. It will never end ever. It's
not no.
No, here Dan is defending his use of extremely old, out of context tweets or clips that attack people like Hasan. Manyakmasan, thank you for the 50 gifted subs. Manyam.
It doesn't need to be a good argument. That's what everyone does.
But you're just throwing shit at the wall. What makes you better?
Yeah, see, he openly admits, he's like, it doesn't even need to be a good argument. It just needs to churn out because there's always going to be someone crazy enough to believe it or dumb enough to believe it.
Wow.
And I suspect his newest friend is Fed Empanada, for the record.
What?
He's done this.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Dan and Bad Empanada? Am I hearing that correctly?
This with every single person that caught the bug, the Hasan derangement syndrome, and I suspect his newest ally in the fight has been Fed Empanada.
Speaking of delusional.
I doubt that. Okay, I don't.
What makes you better than Hasan?
It's a scary combo. Why is it a fucking scary combo? It's the same.
Bro, dude, Hasan, bro, it's so funny that Hasan blames Ethan Klein and Destiny for like, oh, wow, everyone is out to get you, right? Everyone is out to get you, right? Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you're literally saying the same thing. You're literally making, bro, why the fuck? No, like, hello?
I'm glad you asked because my side is honorable and it was obviously taken out of context. Their side meant it and they still haven't changed.
Oh, so it's just sides cock. This is like,
completely.
That's the big issue. That's why, unironically, that's why we can't do a show.
Dan is actually impressively the most prolific.
Yeah, they've been retweeting each other's stuff. It's not subtly right. No, man, please don't go that route. Don't go what route? Fed Empanada and his little fucking Discord.
He's so, bro, how the fuck is he triggered by somebody saying, man, please don't go that route? How the fuck is he triggered by that? God, he's such a pussy. Fuck this
server
guy.
has been reposting a lot of these guys non-fucking stop, okay? Non-stop. He has basically decided, fuck it, I can't actually reach like a level of political prominence or political significance, so I'm just gonna fucking melt everything in the process. Unhinged.
Well, you know the good part about Bad Empanada and Dan, okay? Even though only one of them is technically on my side. The difference here, the big, fat, $1 million difference here is that Bad Empanada and Dan are just on different sides, but they're at least open about it, okay? Sorry, their big similarity is that they're basically both very open about what they do. I'm okay with that, okay? I'm literally okay with that, bro.
Straight up. Do you get off on attacking people to your left? No, this is the reason. Are you fucking stupid? Do you get off on attacking people to your left? This is why.
By the way, the most fun that comes out of me anti-snarking is figuring out what people are lying about. That's where the fun comes from. The fun doesn't come from going like, oh, this person is a neo-Nazi, so therefore they're bad, right? No. Where the fun comes from, for me, okay, at the very least, is that I love it when people hide, okay? Because if you hide and you run, you make it more fun.
Because many of you hear someone say the right words, hear someone say an established legitimacy in
what is the point in chasing a prey that has already given up?
a certain fucking perspective. And you think that there's valid critiques to my left. I have people to my left that critique me in a very valid manner, okay? If you're reposting the ultras that have gone to Israel, okay? If you're reposting them and their fan base against other antis that you think are insufficient in their criticisms of Israel, you are worse than the anti. You have become a loyal soldier. You have become a servant. And also, I don't think Bad Empanada's to my left anyway. I think he's just like a super, super unserious. Your whole chat is saying he's not to your left. Look what you've done. What have I done? Have I disparaged someone who has disparaged himself with his clown-ass behavior over the course of the last year and a half? Okay, man. Well, keep getting fucking duped. Keep getting fucking duped, buddy. Keep getting duped.
Wow, you got him. Nice.
If we have to be serious and exercise discipline with the people that we bring into our ranks, like fucking Graham Plattner, if we're going to be critical of people who even hedge their commentary on Graham Plattner, but ultimately say like, better than Janet.
Does Graham Plattner even know who Hasan
Better than
is?
Susan Collins or whatever, which many of you guys have done.
The fuck?
Many of you guys have yelled at me over. Then don't you think we should be exercising a little bit more caution with someone whose perspective has swung so fucking wildly? Swung so goddamn wildly over the course of. They didn't. I don't think they streamed together. I think this is just a. I don't think they streamed together. I think Destiny was just watching his video or something. The reason why I'm saying that. Is because I have noticed. Aside from his like takes on how American labor union organizing is all for the labor aristocracy, all this shit, but
he does actually live his beliefs. I know. Bad Empanada lives his beliefs so fucking accurately that he's going from country to country to escape the authorities, okay? That is how much he lives his beliefs.
We don't need to attack him so much. Yeah, he
very classical lefty, okay?
spread the fucking lie that I went to the wrong hotel in Cuba.
Very Leninistic, okay? Just like how Lenin escaped to Germany in order to escape prosecution by the czars.
he literally just straight up lied about that. I did not say.
Sorry, that was a good one, okay? I'm actually proud of myself for referencing history like that.
In the wrong hotel in Cuba. He shit all over Progressive International. He shit all over anyone else that tries to do anything constantly. At some point, you have to realize he's just a fucking narcissist, okay? He's just a goddamn narcissist who reposts ultra. Sorry. Like, yeah, he's always been crazy. He's always been crazy. That's fine. I've openly mentioned this, even back when he was behaving in a crazy manner against, like, some of the worst defenders of Israel on the internet.
When Hasan calls Willie Mac slow, that insult is so bad. That insult is so bad. It's on par with calling Hasan Hasan asshole because his like fucking second name begins with an A. So therefore, haha, Hasan asshole instead of Hasan Nabi. Like it's so stupid, bro. Oh my god.
You have to always ask yourself, is this productive? Is what I'm doing productive?
What are you doing right here productive? You're only watching this for your own audience. What kind of normie watches this from the outside and goes like, yeah, you know what? It's redeemed. Dude, you look unhinged to anybody watching from the outside. Trust me.
Is this community I'm a part of productive? The moment that it stops being productive is the moment where your entire output is just simply criticizing other people for not being sufficiently anti-Israel.
I'm just gonna be quiet about it. I'm not even gonna comment on that. I just
when the Trump administration, when Fox News came out,
I'm not gonna
said that I had a subpoena waiting for me. He joked about how he had information that would help the Trump administration come after me. Like at a certain point, you got to realize like, okay, maybe you're just LARPing as a fucking third worldist. Yeah, notice all their stands exclusively tweet about you.
Dude, I bet third worldist is what Hasan calls his fucking servants that he hires for his mansion.
Literally nothing else. Just clip most disingenuously to frame you as a
Hasan Saya, would you like some caviar to go with your boiled egg? Hasan, my good Saya. Would you like some Hasan? My family is starving. Could I possibly have a little bit of a raise this month? I've been working for you for 2 years and I haven't gotten a single raise. Well, Jamar, I'm busy streaming. Okay, could you like instead go walk the dog for me? I don't care about Kaya. Okay, like here, can you also recharge the shock collar?
Israel, the NC Stooge, yeah. Especially in a target-rich environment. He also said he thinks a left-wing Charlie Kirk will happen soon. I feel like in a target.
You feel like, okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. Do you even feel in the first
rich environment where there are so many
Jesus.
Horrible right-wing content creators, if you're spending all of your output, all of your time, all your effort disparaging people that are marginally to your right, if you think that that's the case, simply because they have different methods. Did that subpoena ever come, by the way? No, it never did. Then you're a saboteur.
How do you watch Hasan, man? Hasan is so boring.
He's made jokes about getting Zoran killed or someone should assassinate Zoran Mamdani. It's just not.
I bet he has like multiple copies. I bet Hasan has like multiple copies of the same like fucking shock collar, but he just makes his employees wear them. Okay, he makes all the so-called third worlders wear them. Okay, who the fuck says that? Third worlders. Nobody else says that, by the way. Okay, people say third world, but nobody ever says third worlders. Who the fuck says that? Only somebody like Hasan who hires them, right?
Just not normal.
Ooh, his language betrays his beliefs. Ooh.
Liar in this whole video, not just because of how often he lies, but also because he just openly admits that he lies.
This is the game. Like, you can't change it as much as you may want to change it. I might want this to be, we have an objective debate and we look at it and, everyone comes away and it's like, okay, well, that would be the world I want to go to, but that's not the world that we're in. We're in a world of all that matters is the end result of the general public having an optics on something. I said that Hasan Piker visited a brothel that was later raided for suspected trafficking. Actually, Hasan wasn't there. Yeah, that matters. Yeah, that matters.
Wait, isn't this the same debate that Tony got blown out so hard that he fucking deleted his account?
And misleading.
I guess you are misleading. Yes, Dan. Yes, Dan.
That is the game, 100%.
Also, like all these fucking snarker losers, like, dude, like people are like in their 50s. They don't even have a family. They're not even married. They don't have any kids. Like, and they're probably not even employed. And they're there debating Dan, and then you delete your fucking online profile because you're such a loser. Like, what the fuck, bro? It's so cringe.
Do you not think that that's what people do on Twitter all day, every day? Yeah, but you were the guy on Twitter. That's the game. You can't.
Like, how do you live with yourself? Like, I would do a backflip if I was in your shoes at this point.
Playing the game. I'm trying to get the truth. I'm sorry. I'm not playing your game.
It's not my game. That is the game. I think.
Does Cav fall into this? No, I don't think so. But they were yelling at him too. They were claiming that he's like too scared to call me out or something. Again. They said that about Chris Kunzler. They said that about Cav. They said that about
Oh, Chris Guzzler. Okay.
people that I've known for far longer than Bad Empanada as well. People who I actually respect. And it's really fucking insane.
Animals in the breeding past giving her birth to a
genuinely
healthy
insane.
child. Huh? Oh. Ooh.
Anyway, going back to Dan.
Back to
You might
Dan,
be having a very
guys.
commentary brain to take care of versus
The
what
commentary take is to not lie.
It's pretty bad when this guy is calling you out for being a hack. Dan is a huge fan of clipping Hasan dishonestly or outright lying about things Hasan says and then spreading these lies on Twitter to generate public backlash. You may have even come across certain Hasan clips circulating around that are commonly used to attack him, but they're actually deceptive edits, often originating from Dan Sullivan. This clip shows up on my Twitter feed pretty often.
My favorite, listen, okay? My favorite fucking my favorite fucking nickname for Nicholas Diorio is Nicholas Eats Oreos, okay? Nicholas Eats Oreos is my favorite. It's so funny. I don't know why it's so funny. It's such a stupid nah, you shouldn't find it funny actually.
Democrats, if they were in charge right now, would be doing 100% the exact same thing. 1-to-1. Make no fucking mistake. Anyone who tries to tell you that Kamala Harris would be different is a fucking delusional moron. Do not listen to them.
People like Dan use this clip whenever the Trump administration does something disagreeable as a way of attacking Hasan's credibility. But the clip's been trimmed of any surrounding context, and it's also cropped and zoomed in so that you can't see Hasan is covering one specific current event and talking about one particular issue, which is Israel.
Anyone who tries to tell you that Kamala Harris would be different is a fucking delusional moron. Do not listen to them. Why? Kamala Harris's own campaign aides have actually come out and talked about how they would be doing a better job defending Israel right now. Chuck Schumer has come out and launched his support. Chuck Schumer, a week ago, was complaining that Donald Trump was Taco Trump. He wasn't going to actually fucking...
Yeah, we get it. So you can still think Hasan is wrong about that take, but there's
Bro. I can't believe Hasan says these things and then expect Kamala Harris to come on. I can't believe, dude, I actually cannot believe that Hasan says these things and then expect Kamala Harris to the hubris, the absolute ego that you have to have in order for, like, you are smack talking, okay? You're like smack talking, right? And you're like expecting Kamala to go, why the fuck, dude? It's so stupid.
There's absolutely no way that if you've seen that original context,
Oh
that
my
you can
God, get me out
apply
of
to
here,
things like
bro.
this with that 18-second cropped edit. This is just a blatant lie, and it seems like Dan is its originator. There are probably dozens more examples of him doing this, but I don't really need to show any more because again, Dan just openly tells us that this is what he's doing.
See, this is what you guys don't get. You
Which is a good thing. Right?
don't play the game. You don't play it strong enough. He has no issues clip chipping me, okay? He's fine doing it. Why the fuck would I not do it in return?
So yeah, Dan's kind of insane track record might cause him issues for some of his potential partnerships. But a little bit unsurprisingly, the one person who can tolerate maintaining a steady business relationship with Dan Sullivan is Ethan Klein. Yeah, Dan's company Redact for a long time was the lone sole sponsor for the H3 podcast.
Code H3 for 15% off. Redact.dev, baby. So it's a dream partnership. It just makes sense. They're part of the team now, part of the gang. So.
And to be honest, I kind of get the feeling that their partnership is a little closer than either of them like to let on. They both
Doesn't Hasan himself use Redact.dev or something? I forgot.
sort of downplay the extent of their relationship, like we saw earlier.
Do you not correspond with Destiny's podcast co-host Dan Saltman?
I talk to Dan Saltman.
You know, as you can find, I've talked to him every once in a while.
It says Dan Saltman's minions, Ethan's bestie. I love how they're so desperate to connect the dots on shit. It's so stupid.
Is it stupid, Ethan?
Struggling to find an example of you clip shipping Dan Saltman? Yeah, for that to happen, I would have to go and watch wherever he live broadcasts, which I don't even know where he does that. It is very funny that he thinks that that's a real.
Oh, spaghetti, a paradox, or
and it always sounds so
papura.
defensive to me, which made me curious. Consider this: H3H3 Productions is a 15-year-old YouTube channel who was created in 2011, and despite Ethan's lengthy history of copyright disputes and preaching about protecting IP, the content nuke is the first time he's ever registered one of his works with the U.S. Library of Congress, which makes it seem like he had just recently learned that that was something you could do, and that left me wondering, where did he get the idea from?
But basically, yeah, so I got banned by Twitch for extreme harassment permanent. I put in a request to cancel my partnership agreement, which is a right that is afforded to me in the contract that I have with Twitch. And then after that, I put in a request for them to delete all information about my account. Some of that stuff I have registered with the Library of Congress. If they don't, I will go and I will initiate a copyright lawsuit that has statutory damages applied to it.
You know what's the great part about fighting someone who is anti-Semitic with a bunch of Jewish people is that all the Jewish people are loaded, okay? I'm so happy Jewish people are loaded, okay? Thank God, okay? Please, for the love of God, please use your fuck you money. Please use your fuck you money.
It's basically a thing. If you register specific works directly to the Library of Congress, you can get statutory damages. It's not like a typical DMCA thing where you have to prove damages and things along those lines. So I've gone and I've registered a few things that I know that are stored on Twitch servers.
Didn't the view start with him shitting on you because of Platinum? No, dude, what the fuck? No, that's not where it started. What are you talking about? For the last, like, I would say far before then, he was constantly coming after me and claiming that I was like is
a snarker point that Ethan fell off and no sponsors. The only reason why he has suffered any subscriber loss is because he turned against Destiny. That's the one time that has happened that basically he suffered a substantial subscriber loss from, okay? And it probably soured his relationship with Dan Saltman too, just because of that, right?
defender of Israel, was insufficiently against Israel, was not actually a real person, a DNC operative, someone who works within the Democratic Party, Mamdani also, and the Democratic Socialists of America. These are all groups that are actually trying to, yeah, he was shitting on us for supporting Zoran and Bernie, and he never really stopped. Like he went crazy. He thinks I work for like the fight agency, stuff like that. But it's really funny because when we had a conversation, it was cordial because I explained to him my project, right? I told him, look, I don't think you and I see the world in very different ways, or at least at the time I didn't perceive him of seeing the world in very different ways, right? I was like, I want to hold Israel accountable for genocide. I'm an anti. I explained all this stuff to him, right? And I told him my methods of arriving at this change are perhaps a little bit different than yours. I'm talking about, yes, fed empanada, okay? I said that the ways that I'm trying to get here is by fomenting class consciousness by way of the electoralist route to gain legitimacy as fast as possible for a massive platform and also potentially create a little bit of power for like-minded people. Now, I explained all this to him in that Noah Samson live stream that we were on, and he agreed with me the entire time. He agreed with me.
Dude, I don't think so. I don't think he agreed with you, little bro. Because what I remember is that Bad Empanada has an issue with Hasan not living out his ideals. Is that Hasan isn't open about his beliefs. That Hasan is producing complacent, addicted to capitalism socialists. Basically, Bad Empanada thinks that Hasan is producing a bunch of frauds, not people who are truly believing in the socialist ideal. That is the issue, I think, of what Bad Empanada has with Hasan. And you know what? BE is completely and utterly correct, actually. Yeah, and you know, that's the funniest part, is that BE is completely correct. Completely correct in that point. Yeah. What critique do I even have of that one? This is just
like he did not have like significant critiques. He wasn't as crazy as he normally is.
Oh my god. Because he was viewing you as like a fucking fellow comrade at the time, you fucking loser.
And somewhere along the way, I think like he realized after, you know, going after a lot of my haters and saying like, oh, this fuck Hasan stuff is like really it makes a lot of money for people and it's like really dumb reaction.
What the fuck? Bro, if there's anybody who is not doing it for the money, it is probably Bad Empanada, okay? He could probably earn so much more by being less unhinged. What are you on about? What? Huh? Dude, what? Dude, oh my god. Oh my god, this guy is so triggering. Hasan is so triggering. Hasan is so triggering. He's just so triggering.
Very slop content. I guess something tweaked in his brain where he was like, well, I could do that.
What?
Okay. Bad Empanada just wants to be a Molotov thrower and nothing else. No.
Yeah, if Bad Empanada actually cared about money and clout, right, he would just suck off Hasan until he became one of the boys.
No, but here's the thing. He doesn't want to do that either because all he's doing is make YouTube videos and post unhinged rants on Twitter. So he's actually not doing anything. All he's doing is, in many respects, all he's doing is what I'm doing, but less somehow. And that's precisely the reason why when you ask his audience, like, what have you done materially in the direction of anti-Zionism, they usually don't have a response to it. Well, they'll say, well, I'm not defending the Democrats. And then you go, okay, I'm not asking you what you're not doing. I'm asking you what you have done, right? I'm not asking you what you are what you're not doing. I'm asking you what you have done personally. And they have no answer. They have no answer at all. Yeah, he went to Cuba. Yeah. And so did I.
Fuck.
And when he went to Cuba, he literally used that to gain leverage over criticisms that he launched towards Progressive International, myself, aggressively lied about my circumstances in Cuba. That's what's so fucking crazy. Yeah, he attacked me for going to Cuba, said it was fake and phony, unlike him, who he was doing it in a much more real way, right? Now, here's the problem. There's strength in numbers, right? Like he could have just easily not.
Dude, every single time I watch a Hasan stream, and by the way, this is just me like literally watching the stream myself. So Hasan keeps on complaining about people not actually watching the full stream. I'm here watching the full stream, and every single time I watch a Hasan stream, what is it? It's always whine. I am such a victim. I'm such a victim. I'm such a victim.
Criticize Progressive International.
What's my biggest issue? What's my biggest flaw, you say? Oh, my biggest issue is that I'm too charitable. What? Hello?
Or tell people not to donate to that at all. You know what I mean?
The fuck?
And instead actually worked alongside this organization to have more impact, have more positive impact rather, right? But he didn't do that. He chose not to do that. He chose to shit on it and then, you know, have his own impact personally. And it was far less. His impact was far less overall. And dare I say even maybe somewhat negative. So it's tough to see it as anything but a fucking wrecker. A guy who just chirps. And it's fine if he's like at least chirping and trying to de-radicalize reactionaries. But if his goal is to, if your goal is to simply try to throw a fucking Molotov cocktail in.
Samuel, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Any kind of left organizing in this goddamn country from afar and rarely ever talk about, you know, situations unfolding in your backyard, like the owner of Palantir, the founder of Palantir moving to Argentina, shit like that. Perhaps he has done some stuff. I haven't seen it. All I see it from his output.
Didn't Plattner used to work for Palantir or BlackRock or some shit? I forgot.
But it's just drama slop. At a certain point, you got to be like, what are we doing? You just kind of come across like a guy who is living in Argentina and making America money in Argentina because you have a YouTube channel and I assume a Patreon as well, and you make a shit ton of money. Sometimes you even flex about how much money you make.
But doesn't that money also come from the United States to Argentina then? Also, it's kind of funny that BE lives in Argentina because I know another person that lives in Argentina and he has a weird mustache, okay? Musefully, thank you so much for the tier 4. I appreciate that. At least the lefties are infighting this time. Motherfucker, they are always infighting, okay? No, sorry, not motherfucker. That sounds too mean. I mean in a nice way. They're always, when are they not infighting? Dude, when are they not infighting?
Phil isn't the founder. This is basic.
I feel like if there's anything that defines the lefties is that they always infight and they never do anything electoral or productive because they don't believe in electoralism. All they do is sit around on their ass and wait for their mom to call them for dinner.
No mistake.
I'm on a roll, okay? I'm gonna be right back. Go to the bathroom.
How is this not boring for you? No way is this what your nature wants you to do? React YouTube documentaries about subhumans who hate you? You do analyze clavicular kissing clips, so now I don't know what you wouldn't do. Yeah, sometimes I like to have fun. It's Saturday. Am I allowed to have fun on Saturday? This is fun for me.
And I'll move forward with that if they don't delete all of my data. So there's that. What else was I going to talk about?
To go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
I have a special project on the break, so don't miss that. And wow, we'll be back in January.
Also, I have been teasing a work on a video I've been working on, or a special project, let's say. I have spent every waking moment on this project. Hope you guys enjoy that when it comes out eventually. I think within 2 weeks for sure. Within 2 weeks. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys now. I, Ethan Klein, have registered Hasan Piker Content Nuke with the United States Library of Congress. Some of you guys out there sweating?
And then Dan posted this Discord message right after Ethan's video announcing the lawsuits was posted. And look, none of this is proof of anything. But why does this matter? Well, because if what I'm suggesting is true, and Dan and Ethan have been in somewhat close communication since November of 2024, it would actually create quite a few problems for Ethan. Number one, it supports the idea that Ethan was originally trying to target Hasan with his copyright plan. This is something that Ethan denies. But if he had come up with the plan with the help of Hasan's number one hater, who do you think it was originally intended for? And if people knew that was the original plan, it kind of makes Ethan look bad. Not only would it build a stronger perception that he's abusing copyright law because he switched his target after the original plan failed, but also his original plan failed. Ethan had been begging Hasan to watch his video, but a month had passed and he was still unable to get him to do so. So then look at what Ethan registered last February. I'll never forgive Hasan Piker for this. To me, it just seems obvious that Hasan was the intended target of the copyright plan. And obviously Ethan wouldn't want everyone to know that that's what he was trying to do because, you know, he lost. Number two, Ethan.
Wait, what? He registered I will never forgive Hasan Piker for this? So he was just like trying to register as many fucking videos that he thought I would potentially react to with the hopes that he could catch me? Bro, that's so funny. Him using AI voice to say shit you didn't say was one thing, but him saying, as Hasan likes to say, a K slur on a pike is so fucked. Yeah, I mean, peak mental illness.
To me, it just seems obvious that Hasan was the intended target of the copyright plan. And obviously, Ethan wouldn't want everyone to know that that's what he was trying to do because, you know, he lost. Number two, Ethan vehemently denies that he worked alongside the ADL to get Frogan banned and claims it was anti-Semitic for Hasan to suggest that he did.
I have never spoken to the ADL. That's a defamatory claim. And frankly, it's a little Jewish conspiratorial.
But guess who it sounds like did speak with the ADL?
Wait, what do you think caused the ADL and stuff to apply? Like, why do you think what's happening now is happening now?
I think, well, I can't say all of it. I think.
Hold on, what does that mean? Can't say all of what? And why can't you say it?
Like, I'm fine to be this cabal Discord Jew that meets up on Fridays with all the Jews across the world.
So you are talking to Jonathan Greenblatt. Got it.
Secret meetings. Like, I'll play that part.
That video is now called Hasan Piker laughs at dead Israeli children. Yeah, that's crazy.
All these organizations and give them information.
Seems possible to me that Ethan was a little bit closer to the ADL's involvement with Twitch than he would like to let on.
So if you're mad Frogan got banned, fucking I'm laughing in your face. And I did that shit. I'll take credit for it. I fucking did that shit.
So you can kind of start to see how a close relationship between these two causes some optics issues for Ethan. And there are other possible explanations, like wanting to avoid anti-Semitic tropes,
Sounds like a little Jewish conspiratorial.
or not wanting to be associated with Destiny.
I've talked to Dan Salman, but also I don't think that that's Destiny, is it?
But I think reason number three, why Ethan would downplay his relationship with Dan Salman, might just be that Dan is kind of a massive piece of shit. We've already covered his blatant dishonesty and his threats against Twitch employees and their families, but Dan is also a notorious and open doxer, something that Ethan should be principally opposed to.
Here's the mods doxing our office. Yes, this is actually a real screenshot. This is fucking insane.
Does Ethan just not know that his business partner does this too? He's
Yes,
pretty
he does.
public about it.
There's one of Hasan's moderators, a guy named Comrade Liam. He's been calling me a pedophile, and I did a subpoena and got his information, his full information. It was quick, surprisingly.
Wait, really? You could just do that?
Yep.
Stop! No! No, you don't do that shit on my stream.
Here's him then tweeting a photo of that person as a minor, obviously censored here. And here's him trying to intimidate the spouse of somebody who was saying weird stuff about him online. So that's crazy to do. And while there are more examples of Dan's behavior we could go over, I don't really want to draw attention to most of it. And we don't really need to anyway. Dan openly tells us who he is. And who he is the exact type of person that Ethan claims his enemies are.
It's just pathetic the way you lie about your perceived enemies. You don't care about the truth at all. For you, it's just about destroying your enemies.
If you don't play the game, you're like so fucked, right? Do I personally care about Kaya? I can give a fuck about Kaya, just like I can give a fuck about Warnerbox's dog or anyone else's dog. I ain't met the motherfucker. That said, it's fair to push this because it hurts Hasan, and Hasan is a bad person, and the goals are accomplished as a result of that.
You people are scum. You have dedicated your lives to harassing me, my loved ones, my crew. You are disgusting, vile, fucking pieces of shit.
Sometimes there are people, and you can't get to them. Then you have to start going to the people that they care about. This costs me nothing. I can keep going. I can't be stopped. I can't be reasoned with. You do what I say, or I'll keep going. And I'm fine to keep going. I do kind of enjoy it a little bit.
Relentless slander, straight up lies, defamation.
All that matters is the general public having optics on something. No, I'm saying that's how the game is. That is the game. You don't play the game. You don't play it strong enough.
Here's the mods doxing our office. This is fucking insane.
This so-called doxing that happens, at least it's not like Hasan waving a gun around. Jesus Christ. Hey, did you dox someone in a bachelor? I'm just saying it's not like Hasan's doxing.
Ethan has spent 2 years going after liars, doxers, and harassers, which makes it a little awkward that one of them is apparently his vacation buddy. He's in a body.
Yeah, also they lie and they say that I doxed the Progressive Victory people because like I watched a video from Bad Empanada covering the Progressive Victory FEC files, which again is literally not a dox at all. Like there is no, the only way that you can consider that to be a dox is if you're just straight up like these are public FEC filings. I know that when you say it's public FEC filings, people turn around and go, well, anything could be public. Here's your home address. It's like, I think we both understand there's a difference between a public FEC filing. My donations are public FEC filings. My donations to candidates are public. Everyone's are. That's how the FEC works. That's why when we have open secrets, for example. So the idea that that's a dox on people is fucking totally ridiculous. And not only is it ridiculous, even Progressive Victory itself, there are no addresses on them. And Progressive Victory itself said that that was a misunderstanding that people were promoting. And it doesn't matter. They still say it. They still fucking say it. They say, oh, it's on doxes people. It's on doxes people. It's fucking bullshit. The only reason why they say it is so that they can justify their own behavior because everything is no you. Everything is no you. Oh, you're saying I'm doxing someone because I literally subpoenaed Twitter to find their fucking home address, to find personal information about them, unmask them, show photos of them as minors to my audience, to my serial doxing community. Well, guess what? Hasan looked at public FEC filings that the organization itself said was not doxing.
I'll tell you. I don't want to spend any more time on Dan because I think he gets off on this shit. So Dan Sullivan doesn't get an award. So to me, it's quite obvious that these people have zero standards. None of this was ever about harassment or defamation or doxing because the clients don't actually think those things are bad. They just don't like that it's happening to them. Ethan doesn't care. He thinks you're stupid. He thinks he can make up justifications and explanations for his behavior that people will buy. And they do. All of these guys have been pushing a completely dishonest agenda, each for their own reasons. For some of them, it's clout. For others, it might just be stupidity. And for some, they just want you to be looking at somebody other than them. But they've all willfully pushed these lies. And in the process, they've eroded any standards we used to have for political and commentary creators. Things like doxing, abusing copyright, and harassing smaller figures into silence shouldn't be permissible. But your favorite streamer has convinced you that they are. Because remember,
You look around the scene, right, and you see people like Hasan Piker with his crocodile tears. This was his reaction to...
Hello, 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 hi. Okay. What did I miss? Oh fuck. Okay, I need to switch context to Rao soon, but yeah.
for Hasan to suggest that he did.
I have never spoken to the hater. That's a defamatory claim. That's your...
Listen, okay. I'll watch. Oh my god, no. I think I'm done watching after the dance segment. I think after the dance segment, I think I've exhausted this video completely at this point. I've definitely. I feel like I've exhausted this video. So after the dance segment, okay. But yeah.
And frankly, it's like a little Jewish conspiratorial.
But guess who it sounds like
Because
did
I
speak with
wasn't-
ADL?
I wasn't
Wait, when you
there
think
for it.
cause the ADL and stuff to apply, but like
Listen, okay, I gotta defend my boy. Dan is my boy. Dan is my boy. Okay, I gotta defend my boy.
The organization itself said was not doxing.
I'll tell you. I don't want to spend any more time on Dan because I think he gets off on this shit. So Dan Sullivan doesn't get an award. So to me, it's quite obvious that these people have zero standards. None of this was ever about harassment or defamation or doxing because the clients don't actually think those things are bad. They just don't like that it's happening to them. Ethan doesn't care. He thinks you're stupid. He thinks he can make up justifications and explanations for his behavior that people will buy. And they do. All of these guys have been pushing a completely dishonest agenda, each for their own reasons. For some of them, it's clout. For others, it might just be stupidity. And for some, they just want you to be looking at somebody other than them. But they've all willfully pushed these lies. And in the process, they've eroded any standards we used to have for political and commentary creators. Things
Dude, absolute trash video, dude. I just don't understand how Kilo can produce this and not expect any criticism or pushback. Like, bro, the only reason, by the way, probably the greatest protection against critique and like anti-snarking is probably how like fucking long this video is. But I think after watching the Dan segment of this video, I think I've pushed back enough. I think I've provided enough pushback for this fucking retard. Dude, you just fuck me, dude. It's very hard to take Kilo seriously because he has a promising he has a very promising like fucking like for example, his voice is not annoying, right? It just feels like wasted potential. I think if there's anything to talk about when it comes to Kilo, it's that he represents the very definition of wasted potential. Because I only respected him back then based off of the fact that another friend greatly respects him. And you know, I've heard about some private things or whatever the fuck, like, oh yeah, this person is cool, this person is genuinely not a bad person type shit. But I think that Kilo lost his way. Okay.
like doxing, abusing copyright, and harassing smaller figures into
But maybe Kilo has always lost his way. Maybe Kilo has always lost his way, you know? Maybe he was always like this.
silence. Shouldn't be permissible, but your favorite streamer has convinced you that they are. Because remember,
You look around the scene, right, and you see people like Hasan Piker with his...
May I call in? Misunderstanding about Dan's actions here based on our stance of doxing? Yeah, sure, but I'm not here to defend Dan's definition. The only definition I would probably have is my own. There probably is a slight difference between Dan's standards and my standards. But yeah, sure. I mean, at the end of the day, if you have an issue, you can always just take it up with Dan. But yeah, you can call in.
Crocodile tears. This was his reaction to...
Sunday made him go crazy. Yeah, I think it did. I think he crashed the fuck out. I think Kilo crashed the fuck out over Sunday. I don't know if people watched like the fucking debates back then between Sunday and Kilo when they were like disagreeing with one another. Kilo was fucking losing his mind over that shit. That fucking mind fucked the shit out of him.
Shooting. I cannot
Jesus
believe this
Christ.
Who's been advocating for political violence for years, now pretending like he's shocked something like this happened? No, dude, not you. You are disgusting. I am so tired of this man and his violent rhetoric, crying on stream. No, not you, man. Not you.
It's so obviously a call to violence. You're obviously wrong for saying it. There's no justification at all to say something like that.
I feel like I've seen a few different clips of Hasan saying like, we don't really know for sure if Kamala would have been different. And once again, we have Hasan engaging in activities which may very well violate California law.
I'm see there another one I'm ready to burn because he also
Bro, you know, guys, you know that Hasan is guilty of everything. You know that Hasan is guilty of everything when both the good and the bad people team up together on their hatred of Hasan, okay? Like, literally, Destiny will go out of his way to praise Asmongold. To praise Asmongold on how him calling out Hasan is such a correct move. I don't fucking know, bro. It's just like, I mean, like, if anything, Kilo is just showing that if there's anything that unites both the left and the right, it's shitting on Hasan. Fucking based. Hello? Common enemies teaming up against the greater enemy type shit. Very heartwarming.
Like, protects Hasan at all costs. God, I fucking hate Hasan so much. Hasan is a fucking stupid, tanky, jihadist, apologizing piece of shit. Fuck Hasan. What a fucking asshole.
Because Hasan is the most unlikely.
Case. Hello? Counterpoints? Shout out based alert? Wait, what the fuck? Hello? Counterpoints based? Fucking based? Fucking based counterpoints? Lolly points? Lolly points spitting the truth? CP spitting the truth? Wait, where is CP these days? Oh, wait, he became irrelevant. Oh, yeah, right.
Being on Earth unless you want to have
Like when we go to his channel.
Gay. That's awesome.
Most unlikable human being on Earth unless you want to have
Like when we go to his channel, I gotta stop talking about Hasan so much, to be honest with you. It just bothers me that like
Okay, so you think that Hasan is not fun to talk to about him?
I think normalizing Hasan is dangerous because there's genuinely so.
Yeah, even guys, yes, true. Even the tankies hate Hasan. You think Infrahaz likes Hasan? You think Infrahaz likes Hasan and his crowd likes Hasan? Fuck no. Fuck no. You think that Bad Ebonata's crowd likes it? By the way, these people are like open tankies. They're like open tankies, okay? So why do they have an issue with Hasan, you think? It's because he doesn't actually promote socialism. He promotes a very washed down version where he tries to promote it through dog whistles and shit instead. And that's why they don't like Hasan.
Much to attack Hasan for. Every day there's like a new thing to bash Hasan over the head with because he's just so fucking stupid and malicious.
I genuinely do believe that Hasan is one of the worst people on the internet.
Hasan Piker is the most dangerous person that if you're over the age of about 35, you've probably never heard of.
So Hasan is one of the most terrible human beings on Earth.
At least your villain, Ethan Klein, showed real emotion. And when he discovered the news on his podcast, he was sobbing. And I believe his tears. I don't believe Hasan.
Wait, did you just say pause? Chimping out? Don't make me do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay, fuck it. We're doing it.
Well, you're just talking like a Mongoloid.
I don't give a fuck. I am a Mongoloid. In my heart, I'm a Mongoloid. That is what I am. We are a horde. That is what we are. Yes, we are that. We are 100% that.
That's not something to be proud of.
It is something to be proud of. Soy boy cook, little bitch.
Haas is probably my favorite fucking himbo. Like he's it's really hard. It's really hard to get mad at Haas just mainly because he's just such a himbo. He's just such a he's so stupid, bro. Like no, he's not no, he's just so like endearing in how hard he tries.
Because the Mongols are the ones who created civilization. And you created nothing but barbarism. You're the fucking barbarians. You destroyed the treasures of mankind. The Mongols only united it. What the fuck do you know about civilization? What the fuck do you know about pride? What the fuck do you have to be proud of? Except looting, genociding, and destroying the cultures and peoples and wealth of this world. What the fuck do you know, Cans Cuck?
Well, you're the one here chimping out, so...
I am chipping out, bitch, because I'm a fucking human being. And you're a little soy boy cuck, little bitch. You don't know who the fuck I am.
No, I see you. I think you're a Mongoloid. That's what you...
I am a Mongoloid. You're right. It is what I am, and I'm proud of being that.
He's like a WWE character. Yeah, but think about this, okay? Shouldn't the debate space be kind of like that? I feel like at the end of the day, aren't we all just WWE fighters? Every single time you show up for a fucking debate, right? Every single time you're anticipating some matchup. Aren't you just like, isn't it just like people watching WWE type shit?
Well, it's an anthropological term. It doesn't actually mean Mongol.
Oh, switch your fucking point. You ugly, disgusting, fucking ugly, disgusting, fucking barbarian, smelly piece of shit. You want to talk racism? I can be way more racist than you, Angloid. What fucking civilizations did Angloids ever fucking have? It needed the Romans to fuck all of you in your ass to give you any civilization. You never had any of your own. You want to be racist? I could be way more racist. You want to talk shit about Asians? What the fuck do
you want to be racist? I can be way more racist. This is probably one of my favorite lines.
You have on Asia, huh?
I have nothing on it.
You have nothing.
You have nothing.
You're a Ken's cuck, bitch.
On Pikers, crocodile tears.
The people that simp for Hasan who are like, he's hot, whatever, it's so pathetic. Even if you think it's hot, it's so embarrassing. It's so cringe, guys. Please, I'm gonna fucking die.
I haven't seen you in pretty much never.
Yeah.
You want to be in my vlog?
Sure.
Starting it up.
Oh hell yeah! I just started vlogging recently as well. I feel you. It's hard. It's awkward.
Actually, I came here to say thank you.
Wait, why?
For,
No, thank you.
For supporting Teddy Fresh so much.
Thank you for the big baggy pants. I love them so much. Oh my god.
Well, have a good show.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
That's great.
That's just someone actually just being nice and sweet. Like I think Hila is just being nice there, my man. I mean, be totally real there. I think Hila is just trying to be nice. I think you're reading into it. I think Kilo is being a weirdo. I think Kilo's being a fucking weirdo. That's fucking weird. Like that's like normal woman behavior. And you're going after your oh okay, alright. It's just weird as shit.
That's great.
The fuck?
On YouTube for the past few years, there's a big industry that's exploded in popularity, and it's based on a simple concept.
Friendly reminder, ask breakup segment with something for slot channel. Yeah, sure, yeah. Don't worry, okay? We're almost done with this.
Hasan, bad. Hasan Piker is bad, and he's dumb and bad and a terrorist, probably.
Almost done with this, okay.
Video industrial complex. It's common for YouTubers during low view months to join in on the fun and make these types of videos, taking short clips from Hasan's thousands of hours of live streaming to misrepresent what he's saying, usually parroting the exact same talking points they're getting from the same YouTubers in the same community. They're watching each other's videos and making each other's videos. It's kind of like a perpetual cycle of dumb guy slop. It's interesting to see YouTubers that typically cover TikTok drama and gaming content randomly giving their opinions on genocide and geopolitics, but that's the result of such an ecosystem. It's not about the politics, it's about making money by attacking a guy they don't like.
That was Noah Samson, who I briefly mentioned earlier. Noah is a 28-year-old video essayist with over 500,000 subscribers. That video.
Also, by the way, they make fun of Hila Klein, okay? Like, they make fun of Hila Klein's appearance, which is like, again, a lot of the times the lefties and the snarkers are all just blatant misogynists, okay, but whatever. It's so funny they do that because Hila Klein is objectively really pretty and good looking and cute at her age. Can she match up with a 20-year-old version of herself? Probably not. But like, isn't Hila Klein like 45 or 46? Pushing 50? Isn't Hila Klein pushing 50? Hold on. I can't believe they make fun of this woman's appearance. Hila Klein age. Oh, Hila Klein's 38. Okay, that's still pushing 50 to me. Okay, whatever. But that's the point. It's just like, it's like, oh yeah, we're against the red pill. Anyway, here's a red pill talking point. Woman hit the wall at 30. Like, what the fuck, bro? Hello?
Video came out over a year ago, and Noah keyed in on quite a few relevant things. He explains that when Ethan's commentary on Israel and Palestine is almost exclusively antagonism towards people who, above all else, more.
Bro, also Noah is a male feminist, okay? This guy is most likely gonna insert his dick into a woman inconsensually upon the next given opportunity while talking about how sexism is a big issue in this world, okay? That is the kind of person that he would be, okay? Whenever male feminists are being male feminists, they're always doing some weird shit with women, okay, in the background, while they are talking about how important women's rights are.
Really objective to genocide in Gaza. It sort of has a function of supporting genocide, because as Noah puts it,
the arguments they're attacking him for are anti-genocide arguments. So these creators, they're positioning themselves in opposition to him.
So I know you had hate, but I genuinely had no idea to what degree it was. You know what's funny? I'm gonna repeat this one more.
Wait, is it even possible to critique Hasan? I wonder. Oh my god, I want somebody to ask Hasan this question. I'll drag you in afterwards, by the way. But I want somebody to ask Hasan this question. Can you name one content creator that gives good measure critique without just like giving you just basically glazing and shit? Can you just like give one person who actually gives a critique? That's what I want to ask. That's what I want to ask. Okay.
Time. This is literally just the tip of the iceberg. There are Destiny wasn't even mentioned in this. Like Destiny was only tangentially, Epstein was only tangentially related.
Dude, I like how he has to correct himself and use the slander name. Instead of saying Destiny, he has to correct himself and say, I mean Epstein. He's like, what the fuck? Little bro, you are trying too hard, okay? Get out of here. Oh my god.
Mentioned in this video, like a little bit. A lot of this stuff is originating from his cult, okay?
What?
Then there are
Did all of these content creators originate from DGG? The fuck? Dude.
Fuck ton. There's no Pegaslop.
What?
There are like left anarchist versions of this as well too. Like there's definitely left adjacent wrecker content creators as well. There's a reason why if you look at anything I post on Twitter, if you ever look at the replies, it's insane. You get shit talked so much that my opinion of you before I actually started watching stream was decided ahead of time. Everyone said you were some kind of extremist asshole shithead. A lot of my leftist homies, so I just kind of believed it. I have to wonder how many others are true, lol.
Your leftist homies? Yeah, who the fuck, dude, is there any like fucking normie who actually like would fucking advocate on behalf of this guy? Oh my god, dude. It's always, oh, my leftist homies recommended Hasan.
Yeah, this is what happens. I mean, there's also like the incel community, right? There's like a lot of incel content creators who fucking despise me. There's also a lot of people like Ben Shapiro, like the more traditional content creators on the independent media side, the entirety of the platform of Kick, which seemingly has a contractual obligation to do fuck us on content almost. So yeah, it's pretty fucking wild. And now also Fox News, the current American administration under Donald Trump, numerous members of the Democratic Party, virtually the entirety of the Republican Party, numerous advocacy organizations that are advocacy
leftist homies. You mean your frat?
Organizations.
You mean your golf club?
Yeah, Laura Loomer, Jake Tapper, Josh Gottheimer. I mean, I have a bipartisan messaging bill that was presented to Congress demanding my deplatforming. I've been banned from the country of the United Kingdom. There's a reason.
No, you're not. I'm pretty sure, again, it's his early pass that got rescinded, but he can reapply to a visa like a regular person. He's only butt mad because he got his like special journalist pass rescinded. That's what he actually wants. It's because he's butt mad about that.
Right? Yeah. It doesn't stem from the slop tubers, but I speak on a lot of issues. Elon Musk fucking hates me.
Little bro, is Elon Musk even paying attention to you like most of the time?
So there are so many unhinged people who spend a great deal of time. This is part of the reason why I stopped responding. Part of the reason why I stopped responding is because if I spent every waking moment reacting to people who make fuck us on content, I wouldn't be able to cover the news. I wouldn't be able to do anything. Look at this. We watched one video. It was like 3 hours and 50 minutes. That's the whole day. And this
isn't that you? You could have stopped at any time, but you like it when people glaze you, right?
This is just a couple people.
The fuck?
This is just a couple people. It's the tip of the
Okay,
iceberg,
if you say so. Oh.
Like just today, Charles Downs. Today, Ro-Khanna and CNN reporter seemingly ventured into a war zone in a fake country known as Palestine and shared an unintentional incident. Unsurprisingly, Hasan just announced that Ro-Khanna will be speaking to him on Monday about his
Also, by the way, okay, Hasan fucking loves drama slop. Why do you think he watches all the fucking snarkers in his free time? Why do you think he does that? It's almost as if he likes it, right? I think that's a reasonable conclusion.
In April, I embarrassed Ro-Khanna by asking about appearing on Piker's show. These Islamic communists are crazy.
Are we done? Wow, he still keeps going after this. What is there even to watch?
A lot of the Facebook Berlin government for literally talking about the fact that even Sean the Black defense of his own countrymen. And
okay, I can't sit through any more of this. I can't do it. No, we're done. We're done with Hasan. We're finally done. Okay, we're finally done with Hasan. Oh my lord. Hallelujah. We finally made it. We did it. Oh my god. We did it. Oh my god, that was so fucking long. Bro.